You got it. Yeah.
Also, Shalom, which are by saying, called Law, Yahawah, Shem Yahawashi, Shem Kadadash. Double honor to the Apostles of Israel, aka the Apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim, continue to preach the truth and all true sincerity. We're out here once again, but on this great day of October 26th, we have a little piece of new news as far as prophecy goes that's very important for America's future, or lack thereof. The coming future, which is no future for America. All right, you just had those small hats over there in our land attack Iran. Now, don't get it twisted. It's not going to be all crazy, but just to know that the direction that we're going in is leading towards a nuclear war of the World War III, man. Where the Lord is gathering all these nations for the great day where he said he's going to sit and judge them. Matter of fact, somebody get the book of Joel and talk about the 3rd chapter, assemble yourselves. Because that's what these nations are doing right now, man. They're actually assembling themselves for a war, including America. America just sent 50,000 troops, or in total, right now, there's 50,000 American troops over there in the Middle East right now. Now, you got in Atlanta, Israel, you got over there, Pacific region, China, Russia, Ukraine, well, you got Africa, they wilding, North Korea, South Korea. You got all these wars, all these rumors of wars happening. The same thing that YAHAWASHI, who the world called Jesus, said was going to be happening before he came back to the earth.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Iran saying we're going to do this. Amalek saying we're going to do this. Moab saying we're going to do this. Yeah, we're going to do this. But on the flip side, some are doing things. It ain't just they say they're going to do it. They are doing things. Amalek said we're going to attack Iran. They just attacked Iran yesterday. Now what? That's prophecy, man. That's prophecy. That's out the Bible. So what y'all think is about to happen as time progresses? You think that everybody's going to be like, yeah, you know what? We should go to nuclear war. But no, ain't no ceasefire. The Lord said, I'm coming with fire.
It says, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
See, ye be not troubled, man. So who's troubled? You got these regular people talking about, oh man, it's not good, man. Oh man, why did they stop this, man? Why does America keep supporting Amalek? Why it is? Why that? Why are we getting our nose in? Because this is Rome. This is the same thing Rome did. Getting themselves in everybody's business, thinking they can fix the world. But here they're actually making the world worse. That's what Putin said. He said the Russian president said that Putin is that America is basically the cause of all the troubles in the world right now, man. Because here that you got Russia that said, yo, look, all you gotta do is don't join Ukraine. We good. America, stay out of it. America says, no, we're not gonna stay out of it. Hezbollah and all them stuff, yo, look, yo, stop bombing Gaza, Hezbollah and Lebanon and all that, and we'll be good. Netanyahu said no. America said we're going to keep supporting Netanyahu, so boom, the Lord said the war continues. Remember Amalek, I shall have war with him from generation to generation. And those small hats over there in Israel is Amalek, man.
Right. What? Right. Continuing in verse 7, it says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
So nation shall rise against nation. Nation of Esau, nation of Edom, nation of Ishmael, nation of Elam, nation of Moab, nation of Ammon, nation of Ham. All these nations are what? At war right now. This is World War III. Right now, 2024, we're in World War III. And everybody getting ready for Halloween instead. You got people still dressing up people, their children talking about happy Halloween, trick or treat. But you know the treat that the treat that's going on throughout the four corners of the earth? Nuclear treats. Well, not nuclear yet, but rockets. Sweet rockets. Sweet missiles. And those missiles, and yo, look, the ex-colonel of America, he said basically America's soil eventually will have to get touched. It's going to get attacked. It has to. You involved in all the skirmishes, and you think you're going to sit here and be a virgin whore forever? Out here jerking all the nations off? Pause.
What? It says, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Famines and earthquakes in diverse places, man. There's been famines since the C-19. shortages. Yo, you got all this stuff. All this. Yeah, Yahawashai said, look, yo, when you see these things, know that the time is nigh. We're seeing these things, so what? That's why he also said, blessed is he who eyes see. Because he didn't give that sight to everybody, but everybody's seeing it. Actually, technically, everybody's seeing America being destroyed. Being destroyed as we speak every day. They say it's going to get worse by the day. By the day. All this war stuff, all this famines, all these storms. The MOTB, the beast system. He's going to come with that great wrath. The tensions in America, the divide. Oh, Trump supporters, Kamala Harris. America is completely divided. How shall America stand if it's divided? You even got so-called white people against each other. Come on. Russia are so-called white people. Ukraine are so-called white people. NATO is so-called white people. And they're all in disarray too. It ain't peachy no more. And the only people that don't get it are freaking Americans. Canada's America, the actual country that's being nosy and putting their nose in everybody's business. And now it's getting violent. More violent by the day. More destruction by the day. And that destruction will come here. What?
It says, all these are the beginning of sorrow.
All these are the beginning of sorrows. Red letter out of the mouth of the man that they call Jesus. But his name is Yahawashi. He said that. That's New Testament. So what's up? Are the pastors telling you that? Are they telling you that in the mosque? Hey yo, this is why this is happening. Where's the explanations at? Why is those Muslims over there, why are they getting bombed? Where's the prophecies at? Where's the reasoning? Why is it going on? But the reasoning is in the scriptures, man. Go ahead.
I've got a quick precept. That's for Joel. It's the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. All these nations are Gentiles. And we talked about in the car with the apostles, from the apostles, from the apostles of GMS on down, been talking about all this war stuff that's going to be coming to pass soon. Over 10 years ago. Hey, 20 years ago. Because you talking about the early 2000s now. Yeah, before that. But especially like the Iran stuff now, I don't know if the ones before the apostles like Tahar and them was talking about Iran, you know, but like, even still. So what? It was talked about and it was said beforehand. And now we're in 2024. We're talking about the pestilences, the plagues. You got to get them. Talking about it. That's what Word. Facts. You see there? And now we're talking about going back to the late 60s, 70s, before any of us were born. Well, go ahead.
It says, Joel chapter 3, verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords.
Oh, that's what they're doing. Yo, you see the arsenal Iran got? They said that they got enough missiles. They can shoot now. Before they said 100, now they're saying 400 an hour for days. Think about it. 400 missiles for hours. No, 400 missiles 8 hours. For days. So that means you did it for 1 day. That's 400 missiles shot at Israel. Huh? I think that's what you said.
That's more than 400 missiles. That's 24 times 400.
I'm saying for 1 hour, 1 hour, 400 missiles an hour.
9,600 missiles an hour.
Damn.
A day.
And that's why they be pussyfooting, but they had to do it because what the thing is, what the dude was saying was that Bibi had to do it with them before the election because whatever president is going to inherit it, so really it's going to be too much to walk away from. So that's why they probably did that last night because the election is in 2 weeks. 9 days, 9,600 missiles. So what do you think all right, so now the question would be, if you ask a logical mind, so now where do we go from here? That's the question. Where do we go from here? Are we going to peace talks? Bibi said, yo, we have no intentions of peace talks. No intentions. And that's the spirit of the Yahweh by Hashem YAHAWASHI, because he said, I will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. That is with them or against them, using him. He's involved. Oh, somebody get that. These are the flocks shall draw them out. He's involved. Hey, Ukraine is Amalek. Got beans out in October.
Same drone.
Oh yeah, drone. Yo, they saying they got all this AI, all this drone. That's another thing we know we have to end. All this digital technology. You got kids not watching cartoons no more. You got a bunch of stuff that where now life is just like weird and it's off. You got these moles seen more and more. These ones that like men trying to be like the other side. It's like the spiritual Sodom and Egypt all right in front of our eyes. Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 49. Jeremiah chapter 49, verse, I'll start at 20. It says, therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he has purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them.
And I think the Germans, I think Germany a week or two ago said that they also, I don't know if it's Ukraine or talking about Amalek and Israel, but they said like we're going to stand firmly behind it no matter what as well.
I think it was Amalek, 48ers.
48ers. Okay, so the 48ers. Because they know that that's their people, and it said Edom.
And that's how you know. So like that's how you know the people that's in the government positions of Germany right now are puppets, because then the last war Germany was fighting against the 48ers.
Right.
So now all of a sudden they standing by them no matter what.
And that goes to show how like it's more than that what they're letting out in the media as far as for the regular people and to know, but like we in the spirit of the Lord prophesying in part, but we know that y'all all Edomites. The Lord said Edom. Y'all all Edomites, so it don't matter Teman, Amalek, whoever. Y'all all Edomites, and the Lord said, y'all the synagogue of Satan, rocking right now that's in powership and rulership.
So going back to
excuse me, I'm bad. Oh, the least of the flock shall draw them out. My point is, America, when they attack Iran and it gets more and more dire, America actually is going to have to really step in physically. Ain't going to be no more supporting playing the shadow, playing from the back. They said that no, you're gonna have, that's why they sent all those troops over there. They said it's 50,000 troops of America right now. We got a good word. We talk about brothers got family in the military, talk about it, yo, you might have to fight YAHAWASHI. Think about that though. You might have to fight YAHAWASHI. You're gonna see YAHAWASHI and not on his good side. Just think about it. Isaiah 34. The indignation that is speaking all the armies of the heathen, man. That's what's coming. The Lord's wrath is coming to the earth. That's why the Lord got all these nations stirred up. And it ain't gonna stop. It's gonna keep getting worse and worse and worse until there's no more America, until there's no more Esau on top. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob's beginning of that following. This world we in right now, this current state of the earth is about to be done. That's done now, but it's gonna be actually done. Like, you ain't gonna see the shit. It's gonna be nothing but a lake of fire over here in America. That's the future. That's your tarot reading. A lake of fire is going to be America. That's the psychic reading, man. What?
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 11. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord Yahawah hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his device is against Babylon, to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahawah, the vengeance of his temple.
And I was thinking about it, it said the arrows, right? So like I was looking at this footage of Iran's arsenal, so to speak, and you're looking at like, damn, they actually do look like swords. I mean, Brother Baparo was talking about the swords and the arrows. Like they talk, ain't gonna be the arrows like in Robin Hood. No, those arrows are gonna be the missiles. Shot to and fro. Boom, boom, boom. Back and forth, back and forth. And remember, it started already. It has begun.
So the movie, I think it's late 80s and early 90s called Broken Arrow.
Yeah, with John Travolta and I forget the Russell. Actually, I've not seen it, but I heard that was a good movie, man. Christian Slater, that's the guy you're at, Christian Slater. So, you know, and that movie's what, was that the 90s?
90s and 80s.
Yeah. So if that was about the nuclear joints. You had, I'll never forget in the First Class, the X-Men movie, the prequel, that America was about to go to war with Russia. Remember that?
That was the missile crisis.
I think so, yeah, because it was like the 60s, yeah? But Magneto, you know, they threw that little bullshit in there. And that goes to show the hell, why is it always America about to fight Russia? At least 5 movies I know of, America almost went to war with Russia. You want to say something?
No.
Yeah, so they really about to get it in. They really about to go. That's what's crazy. Like, America's about to go to war and not going to win. Like, you got, let's say the arrows are being arrayed against Babylon. The Medes, the Persians. Who are the Persians? Them Iranians, the Elamites, the Iranians, Indians, Pakistani, they all getting together. India sent Iran some shit too a couple weeks ago.
And China and India just squashed this.
Right, right.
Sides are being drawn. That's what's going on right now in the earth. Sides are being drawn, and it's not, to sit down at a table and have Thanksgiving dinner. It's to do what? It's go to war. They call it the East versus the West.
Right. Yeah, and remember too, a couple of days ago, you had that BRICS summit. And guess who was hosting? Putin. And guess who came there? China. All America's enemies.
And some of the Turkey was there.
Matter of fact, I think Turkey's about to become a member of BRICS. That's a NATO ally. But it's like, yo, yeah, you NATO, dog. It's kind of like, yo, what's up with that? That's a very complicated issue. And they said that, look, we don't like the whole thing going on with the, I don't know if Turkey, I think Turkey's against the 48ers.
Yeah.
And that dude, what's the dude's name? I can't pronounce his name, but like, that guy, the president. He's been very vocal about stopping this shit and to stop supporting the 48ers. But what did America say? Now we're going to continue. You keep saying we're going to. You got Blinken punk ass going over there talking about, yeah, we kind of went to like, ease the tensions. But then a couple days later, they actually attacked Israel. I mean, they actually attacked Iran. So what did you actually go there and tell them to do? What was approved? The thing that they don't tell us about in the media. The thing that's off camera. You think that they didn't know they was going to do that? As staged as everything is in the world right now, you think that they didn't know the 48ers was about to attack Iran yesterday on a Friday, the Friday before Halloween?
Well, they said that. They said that they were informed before they did that.
Okay.
The U.S. already knew.
Okay, gone.
They so-called didn't do it.
So why you ain't stop them? What? No, you know, wait. It's the thing about this. Like, if y'all say y'all want to stop Israel from doing this, right? Why you keep giving them shit?
Yes, that's what
But we're saying, no, send them aid. And you know what? Make Ukraine a part of NATO. Because in Article 5 joint, whatever that's called, any NATO country at war, the other country got to jump in. So why don't you let them niggas in? Get this shit going.
I mean, so,
Yeah, I know. Because Zelensky's on his knees saying, please, can you help us? Let's a quick membership of NATO. I thought you still did real quick. But, yeah, man, so it's about to go down. It's about to go down. It's going down. And then you still got a bunch of other things. You got stuff on the American soil where it talks about, Isaiah the 19th chapter, is that Egyptian against the Egyptians? The election being in 2 weeks. So you already got the debate. I know y'all brothers be saying hella Trump shit now. I see like a month amount of Trump shit.
Yep.
Not too much Harris. Somebody getting a call. But yeah. Who's reading something? Yeah, go ahead. And can somebody get the Isaiah? You got something real quick? I'll bring it to you. Yep.
Psalms 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Whoa, read that again.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Yeah, we want to come to, we want to do ease the tensions, we want to yada, 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 bomb. Yeah, but what your actions saying? Go ahead.
But war was in his heart.
War was in his heart. So he's saying this, they saying this, we want to do this, yeah, we should do this, but yet the bombs keep flying. But yet the war intensifies and it's getting worse. And now now they talking about like, look, how much longer till they go nuclear? That's the issue. And then it's going to be, we got to wait for this MOTB. I think it's going to come with the next president. It has to, because what? 2030 is the whole president's tenure that's coming up from 2026 to 2030. So that means that all these years, these next few years, well, they get inaugurated in 2026.
No.
Oh, damn. My bad. I'm sorry. But even still, there's still time frame of, yo, in these next few years, what you think is going to be? Oh, it's just going to go back to, the good old Yeller days? The good old Full House Tanners and Seventh Heaven and what you think you're going to go back to? Oh, Little House on the Prairie? No. It's about to be a burnt-ass building. That's what America about to be, a burnt-ass building. Destroyed. And it's already more than destroyed, but go ahead.
His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Yeah. Oil is that soft, smooth oil, but what? That sword is what he really gonna do. Actions speak louder than words. Yet they keep talking about, oh, yeah, we want to peace talks. But where's the peace at? Where is it? The actions speak louder than words. We've seen no peace since, what, 3 years now? If you want to talk about Ukraine, Russia, and then the small hats and the Palestinians and all them? 3 years. It's about to be 3 years, the whole Russia-Ukrainian thing, man, in February.
No, 3 years.
Not 3 years.
I keep thinking next year is 2026.
Yeah, it's just
Because this year went by so damn fast.
if you think about it, it's already about to be November. So now you're going to have all these bullshit holidays coming, right? It's going to be what you think going to be happening with this war stuff? The war's not going to stop because it's Thanksgiving. The war's not going to stop because it's what? Christmas. It might not be too merry for these holidays. If you think about it, because any fucking day now, any day is going to be it's going to be an instant where you're going to be like, yo, that's going to be something major for a time to come.
Actually, brother could try to find it, but the United States just let out an international alert on, if you was talking about it, on any like big crowds.
Rallies,
There
rallies,
might be some type of tea attack. So if you got, these different holidays coming up, people want to go see the tree in New York City at Rockefeller Center. People get together to go do different concerts and events during the so-called holiday season. That'll be a prime time for something like that to take place. So now people got to worry about trying to get together and getting married, but then some type of calamity happens. They already say that there's sleeper cells here in America, Iranian, Chinese, right? These other nations that America made enemies against. You got the cyber attacks, the waterways being infiltrated, the cellular communications being infiltrated. All this is all happening right now while, the brothers are talking about the wars, but you got stuff that's happening behind the scenes that literally it will affect America's day-to-day, but people don't even know. People don't even are clueless to just how close you are to certain disasters, right?
You mentioned the water plant, right?
Yeah.
So and this is one of the states that was affected. There was so-called
cyber attack. Water system got cyber attack.
So that's your water. What's next? Your food? There's the thing I saw in the New York Post. The fucking diapers clogged the sewers. So there's a bunch of shit going on the streets. So remember, it's light things and it's heavy things happening. It's great things to small things. So all these things happening all at once, it makes a big, great, bad thing for America. On top of the war, but like I said, the stuff was on this soil alone that affect American citizens day to day. See, all that bomb and stuff, it don't affect our day to day technically, but it will. Because why? America's paying for it. Where did that money come from? Taxpayers' money. They got money for war, can't feed the poor? Come on. So you think as time goes on it's going to get better for America? Hell no. It probably did. And matter of fact, they said especially to look for on election day. That was the major day that was so far good. That's what's coming the most esteemed event for America.
To your point, Douglas McGregor, that colonel that be going on.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he just said that Bank of America might go under soon.
Ah, shit.
Because they have a lot of unrealized losses that you can't. There's too much going on behind the scenes. People ain't even aware of that. The bank's going down.
I think I sent you the joint New York Post with Mercedes, where they talk about cutting the prices down because the sales is going down. Because niggas is broke. Hey, and you Edomites is broke too. Everybody broke. They said America is about to go broke. Matter of fact, when you said that the credit card debt and they said the two major debts in America right now, they said is the student loans and I think auto loans and credit cards. So those are the three. And, mortgage. That was one, mortgage. So people can't afford their homes, can't afford their car, and what do you think these devils are gonna come with next? Oh, we got this new system in play. Universal basic income. Oh, you're not making enough money yet. We got a new system. Don't worry about it. You don't even have to work no more. You gotta motherfucking get this universal basic income. Get in line with this system we're trying out. But then ultimately, what they're gonna do after that? See it. Perfect play. Inflate this dollar. Kill this dollar. You know what I'm saying? Anybody want to say something? You read the article?
It's funny because we were doing something random. You know how you post the articles, click on the link, and the page can't be found anymore.
Oh.
That was an actual like a U.S. Official site, bro. Yeah. So they took it off.
That's like yesterday, right? Yeah, like. So that means you just took it down. They knew we was gonna use it. They're like, yo, that's like, it's so much material right now going on as far as like the profits. That's why I was saying, like, yo, man, it's exciting times. That's why I said, the people shall mourn, ye shall rejoice. We was happy. Brother put in the picture, like, oh, surprise. You know, it's a surprise, like, oh, what's up? Boom, boom, explosion turned into red. And then shortly after that, because that was like an hour later, they said, oh, it's a second bunch of explosions or shots. Yeah.
The thing, them taking that down, that's actually really interesting because what a lot of these people are saying, like the truth is, a lot of Edomites, Jake's not even paying attention, but they're saying how these other countries are warning their citizens to get prepared for war. Sweden, Poland, the Middle East, right? They're warning Russia, right? They actually do drills, nuclear war drills. They tell them to go out and buy gas masks and do all these things. So their mind of these other nations, of these citizens are like, yo, okay, we know kind of what time it is. Here in America, people have no fucking clue what time it is. You're just absolutely oblivious to the fact of the state of the world. And even more so, times that by two when it comes to Jake, man. Because Jake literally they don't even care. They're more concerned about Lil Durk getting arrested. Oh, then he had to ride for Wont. Like, what the fuck who's gonna ride for you when there's a famine? You know, who's gonna ride for your family when you can't eat? When you got martial law troops up and down when there's a curfew. But these are the things that our people don't really consider, man. And that's why when the Lord said a thief in the night, it's really gonna come to Israel like a thief in the night. Because a lot of these Edomites, they be paying attention. They just gonna lose, but Jake is gonna be completely bare out here, man.
Right. And that's why the point. I got you, brother. That's why the point of Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble. It's gonna be trouble for Jake because he's gonna be one caught off guard the most. And the fucked up thing about it is, what did the Lord say? I will laugh at you in your. The Lord said, I will laugh at you in your calamity. I shall laugh at you. Ye that love simplicity, ye simple ones. Lord got his men out here telling his people, like, yo, it's about to go down. YAHAWASHI is his name. He said this, X, Y, and Z. This is going to happen. You see what's happening over there? That means this. That means this. For over 30, 40 years now. Over 30, 40 years now. A few generations have seen the prophets. It started in the late 60s. That means people born in the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000. Yeah, that's about it. That's 4 decades right there. All people that was around, like a nice part to listen to the message. Oh, I thought you had that. But yeah, so they took that down off the why you take off a warning? The brother just say other countries telling everybody to get ready. You taking stuff down when they talk about getting ready for war. You trying to like you trying to do the soothsayer shit. Oh, that's nothing to worry about. Oh no, that's what UFOs, those military drones. But you got people that said they see this, they go, we've seen military drones before. That wasn't that. It's a big ass rectangle that said the size of half of Walt Disney. What military drones they got like that? And if they got that, why y'all not using that against these other niggas? And the dude, what's his name again? Ashard? What's his name? The Colonel?
Douglas McGregor.
Douglas McGregor said that all this, after they attacked Iran, they said, we're worried about what is Russia going to do? And he said that with a certain tone, like, yo, what is Russia going to do? Because they know Russia is with Iran. Russia to Iran is what America is to Ukraine. They're going to help them no matter what. Because they got business. They got business. This is all about money. It's not like the Russians love Iranians so much, but yo, you fucking with the business, brother.
Well, Russia, Putin, during the BRICS said that what they're creating is the new world order, right? And the new world order based off of the Eastern, the Eastern countries. But then here you got the West saying, well, we got a new world order. So what is your new world order, right? Because you're already technically empowered. So what is your great reset? What is your new world order? And that's why there's a race to the top. Well, America's already at the top. They're trying to maintain their level of being on the top, but they're trying to revise it or revamp it through what technology? And that's why that MOTV, because these other nations, they're going digital as well, but that MOTV is called the mark of the beast for a reason. It's not going to be the mark of Russia or the mark of China. Yeah, they may also have that technology, but it's going to be the West that is going to implement it because they're seeing that they have a short time. They're seeing the East come up in the game. They're seeing China's economy get better than theirs. They're seeing their GDP, America's GDP, going down. So what do you do? We got to change everything up. We got to try to solidify our state on top, and it's going to be through what? The fourth industrial revolution, which will not only change society, but it will change you.
Yeah, they said that some of they had a day or two ago. They said the de-dollarization. The process of de-dollarization has begun, and right now, and when you think about it, let it continue. Keep it coming, Father. Because the Lord said, "What? The way he getting freaky on Babylon and Esau, yo, it's not. It just started." Because Esau still feels a little bit like they could overcome. Once they lose the feeling that we can overcome this, that's when you're going to know that's when Jacob trouble going to come. Because once Esau started feeling, and he's in the corner, these red states, these motherfucking diehard Second Amendments, all these troopers and all that, what did Alex Jones say? I'll eat my neighbors. I'll eat your ass. My kids get hungry, I'll eat your ass. You look how foul Esau is now when he's in his peace. Or so-called peace. Like it's like, regular. So imagine once he feel, and now you got all this intermingling in the neighborhood. You got Jake, these heathens, these migrants, all amongst each other. Every hood is by a suburb. North, Short Hills. What's the shit about also by North? Stuff in the UK. Kearney. Westfield, Plainfield, Josh Plains, all of Bronx, and then Manhattan. So what you think will happen, right? When shit gets so dire in the cities, when these famines and all these events happen, it'd be like, yo, damn, there's no more food at the house. No food at your house either. No food at your house. So that's when all that gathering, the people gonna group up, click up. The haves and haves not, man. Where do you think they're gonna go? To the people that have it. That's the time come. That's Jacob trouble, and them Edomites gonna be ready. And it's gonna be all part what the Lord said. Nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, nation, people against the people, sedition among the men. Somebody get that real quick? Yeah.
It's crazy that you say that too, because as you look at the inner cities of most of the major states, it's mostly Jakes that live in those inner cities. All right, Esau will be living in a suburb somewhere further away from most, and they have plantations, they got vegetation, and so on and so forth. But the inner cities, there's so many businesses, right? So many residences that you don't have space to actually have plantations on. So most of the stuff that people will have in grocery stores has to be imported. It has to be shipped and so on and so forth. So when the scripture says the city shall be troubled, that's what that means. Is that you're gonna feel the heat a lot more than those who might be in the outskirts. And Esau knows that. Because all he gotta do is just create an inconvenience. It could be electricity, it could be food, it could be a disease, whatever the case may be. It's gonna trickle down like it's no one's business, man. And that's how they call the word they use is neutralize, all right, your ability to actually resist. And that's all it takes. It's about resistance. That's why the scripture says, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved, because it becomes a battle of endurance, a battle of resistance. All right, again, we're bombarded with so many different things every single day. You got the famines, you got the pestilences, you got the wars, you got all kinds of different things. persecution, right? All things happening at once. It's a battle of resistance at that point because you can't stop it. You know what I mean? All these things that's being set up. You know, I was actually talking to brother in the car earlier that 2024 is being set up as a groundwork for 2025. You know, we got the election coming up, and I believe 2025 is going to be 160 years since the Civil War back in the 1800s. It was 1861, I think, to 65 or some shit. You know, and the reason why they had that Civil War, the economy was part of the reasons. And the economy is another reason why we don't have another Civil War. You know, all the Trump said it, Elon Musk has also said it, and this might be the last election. They keep saying that. People are not catching on to it, but they keep putting it out there. Hey, this might be the last election, go out and vote. This might be the last election, go out and vote. Why is that? Because whoever the president is going to be by 2028, 2029, 2030, they've already reached their agenda if we're going to be here for that long. You know? So, hey, man, all the signs are there, man.
Oh, no, I was going back to the point. You're talking about like Jake being surrounded by the Edomite towns. They showed you that was pretty bad in Katrina. When Katrina happened, Jake was trying to get out of New Orleans, but they had the bridges blocked off. They wouldn't let them go in the other towns, the surrounding towns. That's the same thing that's going to happen now. You're in a worse situation.
They should decide to go to a city. Remember, the way Esau set up, he looks above all this stuff. Like, it's all calculated stuff that Esau be doing. A diligent search. Why do you put Jacob in the inner city? Because what? They'll be the most vulnerable. And you go and you go to the more to the west, it's like more stuff is spread out, more rural. Even you go to parts of Jersey, South Jersey, it's more rural and it's more spread out. But the thing about it is, the Lord's spirits go anywhere. The Lord said, "My spirit, I pray spirits of vengeance." You had to what, a 15-year-old kid killed his parents and a couple siblings. The wife that just killed her husband. What was she, like a cop or something? The white lady. She killed her husband. Yeah, but anyway, it's so much. It's happening so much, but it's happening recently. You know what I'm saying? We were talking about it, like the bitch killed her husband. Cold blood. Excuse my language. Excuse my language.
Said one of them, she killed a man. She cut off his fingers. He just couldn't lock his phone. He died from banking service.
That's a see that and.
You like to do that too.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, put his cash out. Yeah. But then it go to show that's the spirit that Esau. That's the spirit that Esau's kingdom makes. Yeah, manifests. Yeah. I mean, ultimately, YAHAWASHI, but look who we under. And under the son of perdition. And it's not going to stop. It's only going to get worse. But
Second Ezra 15 and 16. I just started 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. The sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
Now, what world is that? If you go to the second Ezra, a couple chapters before, it talks about for Esau at the end of the world. So put two and two together. Let's talk about Esau's world right now, man. This current state of the earth, current rulership, and it says woe to them with the destruction. And that's what's happened to America. My bad. That's what happened to America. That's what happened to the whole world because Esau runs all this shit. They're elites. Just sitting on their drones.
And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Hey, that's some brother talking about civil wars. Civil wars, civil unrest. Because you said Elon Musk said that. He said, what is the exact word? He said, if Trump don't win, right? I think that's what Elon Musk said. If Trump don't win, it's gonna be civil unrest. And I think even Trump said it. Yeah.
Trump's going to be a dictator and all this shit. Well, he very well could be a dictator, right? Because they have all these executive orders and everything signed up, ready to take over. But they already have everything set up, so at this point, it's just a matter of time, you know, because it's all biblical prophecy. And we are in those times when these things will be made mature.
That was a myth. That was a Babylonian myth.
Yellow?
Yeah,
that's how
that was a Babylonian myth.
It's looking real true, man. But yeah,
That might be the smell of the
yeah. When y'all smell good, man. I want to say, when your brother's smelling the heaven, I got the heaven on. But yeah, but like, you see how it is? What as time goes, see that's the thing we always talk about. It's not about, all right, we say it, it's like, you see what's happening now. That's what the dude Redacted was saying. He's like, yo, it's not a matter of what if, like, do you see what's happening right now? The dude from Redacted said, like, Americans should be very, very concerned. a concern.
Oh, but that's the complete opposite. What's the scripture, brother? They call it careless. You that dwell carelessly, Isaiah 47. Because if you really think about it, America should be. See, America's not like Russia or Ukraine, where they only got to worry about Russia, or like the 48ers only got to worry about Iran and its proxies. America is involved, like the brother said, with the China problem, with the Iranian problem, with the Russian problem, with the African problem. And you got South America, right? Venezuela, then you got this immigration problem, and then you got the political problem. Like, you got bad problems that you should really be concerned about. But it's the complete opposite mindset that is in here in America. You got the complete opposite of well, we got no problems. Where? Like you said, like, no. You got the inflation problem. That's the only thing really people are really concerned about. And that comes and goes. Because when you're actually talking to people about it, that's when they're like, yo, man, everything's expensive. But instead of really trying to get to the meat of the problem, they just get more credit debt. That's what America does. A heavy thick life. You got it?
Isaiah 47 and verse 8. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that saith in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
Yep. And that's the point. That's the mindset that's here in America. They think that we won't ever get bombed. We won't ever end up like the Palestinians. We don't see that calamities of 40,000 people getting killed and just crying and half of the hospitals overran with just dead bodies. We won't see our children half blown up. That's the mindset here. They really think that these things can never happen.
And it's funny, it's as you've seen it get closer to happening. And that's the thing too, dwelling carelessly, right? So here it is, right? Add on to your point. Now, you saying that you will never see, what it said is you should never see loss of children and all that, right? I think it's the same happening. So check this out, right? But you think you could say that, but be involved with all the people and be a part of what happening to other motherfuckers, and it'll never happen to you? That's the ultimate sense of pride, man. That's worse than Pharaoh. Way worse. Because you're behind all the perils happening throughout the earth, and you think ain't never gonna touch you? And you, like the brother said, you people with superpowers. The nigga said that the ex-weapons nigga from America, he said, yo, America don't got enough to fight against China alone. Your military don't got enough to fight against China alone. And now you got China, Russia, North Korea, Iran, all the Muslim niggas, all the African, Taiwan. Oh, not Taiwan, but like, you trying to babysit niggas, but you a fucking dumbass little kid. I'm not trying to. You want to say something? Go ahead.
I was going to add something to your point. America hasn't won a war in decades. America hasn't won a war in decades. But then again, the point is not to win. It's to make money for the military-industrial complex. So they go in there, shake shit up. They lost against Vietnam, Viet Cong, a bunch of Moabites against
ISIS.
Right. They couldn't get ahead with ISIS, Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan. So now you're dealing with Iran. Look at Iran on the map. That's a big-ass country, bro. That ain't no little place shit with Iraq and Afghanistan. And Russia's already up in there with the S-400 system.
And speaking of which, that's no 48ers, man. Yo, I heard y'all getting trashed over there on the ground by them Escorts, man. They said, they said that one time the IDF, they had to retreat. And on the ground I'm talking about, see, that's why they always go back to the airstrike. But when you go to the ground, they was like, yo, they was giving it to y'all, man. And they said, it's been like, yeah. And it's funny because eventually Babylon the Great gonna have to assist them more. Because they was like, yo, they were saying like, yo, man, they was like, yo, another hit to the IDF, another move to the IDF. Did we say that? But yo, it's over for y'all niggas. It's over. And it's only gonna be but so much time. The MOTB gonna come, and then ultimately the nukes. What else is left? We're living at the end. We're living at the latter end that he didn't consider. It's because you are the daughter of Babylon, America. It is you. And Esau, you are the Chaldeans, the Persians now, the new what's the other one? Syrians. Us, just all the Lord gonna put all that sauce on you, starting with you small acts.
Start top. Isaiah 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne.
Sit on the ground, O daughter of Babylon. There is no throne. America will never be the great place it once was. It's over for that, man. It's definitely over for that. And you can't make America great again. I don't care how much Nero says. Nero going down too. Matter of fact, Trump gonna leave his supporters, run to a bunker somewhere soon. That's what he's gonna do. And they're gonna be like, yo, where's the president? He's gonna be doing little speeches from like in the movie, they'll be like, yo, my fellow Americans. The president ain't out in the war, he out in his own little safe, secluded bunker. Yeah, Camp David somewhere underground. You know they got them tunnels under the White House.
O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
That shouldn't be no more called tender and delicate, man. Because now, when you think about it, what is it, 2024? You go from 2024 and then go to 1924. So 100 years ago, what was the state of America? Anybody alive, anybody that was born back then is old as hell right now or dead. So that's a generation of prosperity never seen again. So you would think about it like this. Sit down, there's no throne. Every American that's in a certain age bracket saw what America was like before all the hell, right? These young Edomites and these young Babylonians, you'll never see that prosperity. All you heathen that moved here probably like 2018, 2017, all that, you'll never get the actual fatness of the actual benefits of being in Babylon as a heathen.
That's why a lot of people our age group, they were lamenting the 90s. Like, it's our age group that actually are living, this generation, that are actually living through the actual demise of Babylon. Right? Because not even just our age group, but the even older generation, they see that, the last good time in America was the 90s. Ever since the 2000 and up, which is interestingly enough, that's when the elders started going on YouTube. This word started to spread more and more. The more this word spread, the quicker this place is going down. So now you got a younger generation that don't even know what the 90s were like. And it's funny because the 90s to us ain't that long ago. Like, we remember what the 90s were like. Some of us. Some of us. But you have now, it's like, it's a completely different type of society now. The music is different. The scripture says that the daughters of the music we brought low. The food is way more defiled. Like, you got defiled food, like the Ghana, we was talking about it. But then now they got what you call an outbreak. So even the defiled food is even more defiled.
Poison defiled food.
Make double defiled. That's what it is. So you can't actually enjoy the things that America used to offer as enjoyment because everything is whack. The sports is whack. Everything, like the officiating. Like, people really don't want to watch sports because the officiating is so bad. Right. Like, this one quarterback get trashed and the home get touched with a finger, flags lay out. So it's actually causing the bread and circus to become more and more like less like that's whack.
You know, when you're going through that monkey wrench in the sports show, and you think about it, that goes back to Cap, yo. With the whole kneeling, kneeling for the thing. Oh, yeah, that started a lot of controversy within the bread and circus, especially the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Like, not so much as it is now, because now there's so much happening. That's like 10 years ago now. I believe that was what, 2014, 16. Yeah, so like 8 years ago. So almost 10 years ago. And then you have what's going on now. You got, like I said, all the bullshit, the rig shit. It just don't got the same savor. Take away the rig. It just don't got the same savor because now they got to play a little softer because niggas getting hurt left and right. And all that. So it's like a bunch, like the brother said. It just lost what it just lost what made it great. That's why some said make America great again.
You have ex-football players that are basically saying the same thing. Like, these people now are soft. You know, like the game playing is whacker. Like, they're not even as smart as we had to be, like studying and watching film. Like, they wouldn't even do all that shit. Yeah. So like that takes a level of discipline, a level of self-control to be a professional. But now the people they're not even professionals really. They really want to just be superstars. Celebrities that just on the field. That's why when they come to come into the arena, they're all dressed all weird and all that shit. You know? But that's just showing you how the decadency of America is just happening quickly, man. So people not going to the clubs is whack. Everything that made America fun is no longer there. And as it says, that the mirth is ceasing in this place.
Houses of mirth. Now you're mourning now because it's not like they don't want to do these things, but they're not able. Think about it. If people have trouble paying their actual necessity bills like mortgages and all that, you ain't got time to club. You don't got time to party. You don't got time to go to sporting events. So now it's like, yo, it's just over. And you got to remember too, with them athletes. Now these athletes, all they care about is the money. About the money, and that's all everybody cares about. But the scriptures say, "For the love of money is the root of all evil." And now the money is getting less and less valuable. People are loving it more because it's harder to attain, and it's harder to save. It's harder to keep. Every time you gotta put holes in your pocket. You hat guy, holes in your pocket.
Yeah, I was going to add on to that point that the whole sporting, like you said, running circuses is taking a hit. There's also a big factor is the truth has influenced the rest of the world. A lot of young people now, this generation, they're not taking sports as serious as the previous generations did. I go to different houses. You see a lot of people in their 40s and 50s talking about football games, but the youth, they're all streaming, watching Kais and that, all these stupid little kids and shit. I show speed. So now you got all these industries are trying to do things to cater to the youth. So now they're switching up the sports to make it softer for the younger people to kind of gravitate towards it. Like they say, oh, we got to speed up the game because the youth, their attention span is so low, so they're not really watching like they used to. So now things are becoming more staged, if you will. Like you can prediction because you got sports betting and everything. So now it also plays a role in that. So now you're taking the internet world, which a lot of people are detaching from, right? And now they're forcing it. So now everything is going to streaming. A lot of people are streaming now. Oh, now I'm not going to watch cable because I can just stream it online. So now these cable networks are like, shit, why are we going to advertise, cable if we can just stream? So now you got YouTube streaming, you got, all these different huge platforms going on YouTube now to stream, and they're making money off of that because they know that's the new thing, streaming, But again, you look at all these different things that's going on, everything is just taking a hit. Every sport is taking a hit. Like you brother was mentioning about football. You look at baseball. I just seen a clip back earlier this week. Yeah. And they bring this new robot. They're trying to bring in AI. Little but surely they're bringing it into everything around. AI now can do check swings. Soon they're gonna wipe out all the umpires and put robots behind it there. Referees are not going to be needed no more because, they make all these calls and it's so wrong and people are losing money and people are pissed off. Not about we put robots because they're not going to make mistakes. I seen an article today that it says that a lady put her children in a driverless car to take them to school because she doesn't trust humans. Yeah. I said, see, so now we're at the point where Elon Musk brings out his robots, Optimus, last couple of weeks ago. And now you got this news coming out. Now they're bringing driverless cars because they don't trust humans. So now they're bringing in that technological, everything is being, aided by technology and AI. Oh, because people are too stupid, they can't do this right. We shouldn't be paying you. The dock workers went on strike a few days, but you're gonna see the effect it's gonna have on your holidays and all that shit. You're gonna see because this is all manipulated. All right, they do this all on a timely basis. All right, so now guess what's gonna happen? All these let me get back.
I got that media tonight.
And I was actually talking to my Eve today, and she said that around where she live, where her parents live at, they already turned it into a 15-minute cities. I said, oh shit, what you mean? Because a couple of years ago, when I used to drive around there, there was a huge project over there. And I was wondering, like, what are they building over there? So they first fixed all the roads around that area, right? And it's a nice perimeter too. They fixed all the roads, and they built, she said, they built up gyms, they built all the shopping malls and the residential areas. So everything is around you. So you don't gotta go too far to go to anything you need. What you need? You need your grocery shopping, it's right there. You gotta go to the gym, it's right there. You gotta go shopping, it's right there. And then of course there are no cars. So now if you gotta go to work, let's say you're on Long Island and you gotta go to work in New York City, you ain't driving no more. Look at all that LIE traffic, fuck that. So guess what? Your ass is gonna hop on the train like everybody else, go do your slave labor. After your shift, you bring your ass back home to your 15-minute city. More digital, exactly. They got, I believe you brought it out some time ago called Omni, right? They have those Omni machines and everything, which is all touch and go. You know, you scan your hand and then boom, you're good to go. You know, so they they got facial recognition for a lot of these sports stadiums, so you can skip the long line. You know, you just scan your face and everything. Oh, you know, we're not gonna keep your data, it's just to get you in and out. Fuck out of here, bro.
Even at the airport, you really don't use the passport anymore. They still use it, but they really verify you use the facial recognition. That's how you verify now, like at the airport. Like you have to scan your put your face, you read your face, and then you get it opens up.
It shows green, okay, you good to go. Yeah. If it shows red, oh, call the authorities. There's something we gotta check out what's going on here. You know? Social credit score. Yup. Yup. So this is all something that's happening right now in 2024. It's not like it's a futuristic foreign concept. No, no, no. It's happening now. They're spending billions of dollars in this technology right now as we speak. They got Nvidia, right? They got Neuralink, right? They got Tesla. All these different corporations are all coming together to build this new world, you know. And then they call it 15-minute cities, which the Apostle Paul called it concentration camps. Yeah, but really they're prison cities. That's what they are, you know, because once you're locked in, you can't go out. Gated communities. Yep. And you brought it out. They're using biometrics for aid. So we already here, man. Yeah, we're already here. And I remember, back when the CV started, they were over there in the land of the 48ers, they was giving them the shots a lot more. They was doing a whole lot of tests over there.
It was more of a lockdown over there. Like in order to have freedom, you have to have that passport.
Yup. And when I was doing some research on why that is, they were saying that because that land is basically, they want to make it into the mainland. Something going on as greater Israel. So from the Euphrates River all the way to the Nile River, they want to take over that whole land. That's why you see all this war against Gaza. They want to clear them off the land and then bring in that new technology to start the so-called New World Order at that whole base over there. But that's not going to work, man. All right, that's not going to work. So all this new technology, whether it be for war or whether it be for medicine, they're starting over there in the land of Israel. They got the most advanced technology. I was telling somebody, they were like, "No, it can't be. It's got to be America." I said, "Nah, bro. America aids Israel, but Israel got the top because everything comes from them." All right. So all these testing that they're doing before it comes over here to the West, it already starts over there. And trust and believe, the Zionists don't care about the Jewish people over there. They're just using them as an emotional testing clickbait. You know what I mean? Oh, you talk about the gays. Oh, that's anti. No. Them people are protesting against the Zionists. The Zionists. All right. You ever seen the Rothschild with a broadcast on his head? They don't believe in all that stuff, man. All right. They just use it again as a facade to push their power, man. That's all it is. All right.
I was gonna say that's what the Elder Shah be saying about that those at least they're not religious, but to the point of what we're doing, the brother had to read. I'm gonna read the article real quick. And this from last month, but it was a good article. It's from Fortune magazine, the link, and it says Silicon Valley billionaire Bernard Costa says AI will handle 80% of work and 80% of jobs. That's from September 24th, so a month ago, right? I'm gonna read a little bit. It says yet another Silicon Valley billionaire has just predicted that most jobs will be replaced by AI, whether you work on a farm or in sales. It says I estimate that 80% of all jobs, maybe more, can be done by AI. Famed investor and entrepreneur Bernard Costa has more. Be it primary doctors, psychiatrists, sales people, oncologists, farm workers, or assembly line workers, structural engineers, chip designers, you name it. That is all 80% of the workforce.
Yeah, they got virtual doctors.
Yes.
Yeah, it said permanent care doctors.
But how are you supposed to, I got my
Trust the
physical
machine.
virtual. Like, I'm going to talk to you virtual. How you going to physically check me? The whole thing of a physical is that you're physically there.
We got One Health.
Yep.
Yeah, IDEMIA, all that shit.
Yep. And you got investment banks like JP Morgan, like BlackRock, that are actually investing in digital currency.
Yep.
Now you got to ask yourself, an investment bank, a bank is supposed to be dealing with dollars, US dollars. Why are you now investing in digital currency? whether it be Bitcoin or the other ones, but that's just going to show you the wave that is going. Like that, digital currency is not going away. Just like how this war's not going away, digital currency is not going away. And it's becoming more and more of a talk, even to where the presidents is, Trump and Kamala basically said that they want to be the one that pushed society into this digital currency age. So what do you want to do? And you can't just say, you know what, I don't want that. They're going to force it. Call it off. And as we always say, if you don't trust in YAHAWASHI, then you're going to go that route. Because your mindset is of this world. You know, your mindset is of, I want to continue to buy and sell. And people don't realize that the buying and selling, I believe, if we're get that Ecclesiastes 27, I'll let you get back to it. Where it says that buying and selling is sticking as close as like a sin, is sticking as close as a nail. I think it's 27 and 3 or 2. Buying and selling, a lot of people do a lot of things for the ability to buy and sell. You know, money, basically, being the love of money is the root of all evil. Because what is the purpose of money? It's an exchange. It's a medium of exchange. So you don't just have money just to have it. You have it to what? Exchange things, buy things, use it. And this devil is creating a society, is pushing a society to where, in order to use that medium of exchange, it's no longer going to be physical, it's going to be digital. You got it?
Sirach 27 and 2. As a nail sticketh fast between the joinings of the stones, so doth sin stick close between buying and selling.
There you go. So does sin stick close between buying and selling. It's close because once again, people would sin, and that's what the devil is banking on. That's what he's banking on, people willing to sin in order to continue to operate transactionally in society, to continue to be in the agora, the marketplace. Because what else would people go outside for? If you're not going, people usually go outside to do what? To either make money or spend money. That's it, in some way, shape, or form. So if you're not able to do that, then you're ultimately going to be cut off from society. And who's going to be willing to be cut off from society? Only the elect, because we're not of this world. That's it. Everybody else wants to be. I mean, even we want to be of a society, but it ain't this one. We're looking of a world to come. We're not talking about, oh, we don't want to be, you know, have the luxuries or the benefits of life. It's just not this shit.
Yeah, so I'm going to read a couple more lines to this. So it says Kosla co-founded Sun Microsystems in 1982. Technology started getting crazy. It says before investing in Netscape, the earliest widely used browser, Amazon, Google, and more recently invested in OpenAI. It's called Netscape. It's Netscape. Yeah. So it says, right. It says in a lengthy blog post, so he said a lot, he detailed how he has spent that past 4 decades studying disruptive tech and has come to the conclusion that AI will reduce the need for human labor because it will do most jobs better, faster, and cheaper.
Well, Klaus Schwab said that this is we're entering into the intelligent age. What intelligence are you talking about? Because humans already had intelligence. So what intelligence are you actually speaking about that we're entering into? And they said that because of artificial intelligence, the jump from technology is going to be exponentially faster.
Right ahead of us.
It's not going to be from like how we went from the agriculture age to the industrial age. That took like 100 years. You see from 2020, once they came out the metaverse, like they don't even talk about that no more. Now they got these other shits that you can actually touch things, you can change up your house, how your house looks like inside and all that. That was only in 4 years. So the intelligence age, the artificial intelligence is hyper driving this push of this great reset. That's why they say jobs are going to be gone within 2 or 3 years. 80% by they say by the time 2030, people might not be good. You ain't gonna be having no job.
Or gas cars.
Oh yeah, gas cars. Yeah, you have gas stoves. You won't have you won't have air conditioners. Yeah, you won't have cows. Cows won't be able to fart. This thing won't stop being breathing. goes, but what happened a couple years ago? All of a sudden, the Georgia Gaston is just nowhere near.
2022, right?
You know what I'm saying? Because they put that on the stones, right? And now they put it in their heart. So they blew it up. They didn't need it in their stones. They didn't need stones anymore.
Nice segue.
It is interesting. Now they actually, you know, this is what it is. They don't need it.
They know. Yeah, they started the plan. Oh, so I'm gonna read that plan again. So it says in a lengthy post. Word. That's D. I got some that's D. So it says he detailed how he has spent that past 4 decades studying disruptive tech and has come to the conclusion that AI will reduce the need for human labor because it will do most jobs faster, better, faster, and cheaper. Now you remember this guy said 80%. So that's then to everybody, right?
That's a beautiful segue right there. Check this out. A lot of the jobs now that are available for people to work, AI can do. There's very few jobs that AI can do, and that is jobs that are created for AI to actually do its job. There's not that many people that are in like those kind of fields. The majority of the fields is whether you're in an office doing all that typing shit, AI is going to be taking over all that. So see, now school has taught you to come get some of these regular jobs. Motherfuckers want to be nursing practitioners and stuff. You want to be a lawyer, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a teacher, all these different things. You want to work in an administrative building. All these jobs, guess what? AI can do. And they tell you that, look, you don't got to pay you. You're not as smart as you used to be anyway. Why are we paying you all this money? Here it is. You got McDonald's, like you mentioned earlier. They got the E. coli thing. As soon as they start transitioning, everything becoming less people and more robots. Now you got E. coli flying around, right? And then the same motherfucker comes around and says, "Oh, we need to create a Vanessa that's going to protect your health." It's the same nigga who's producing the potatoes for McDonald's. Let that make sense. Kill base. How does that make sense? So are you for health or are you for people not need health? Because McDonald's is not healthy. So if you're producing the potatoes that makes people sick, but yet you're going to turn around and say, I'm going to create the Vanessa that's going to keep you healthy, what the hell are we talking about? You see? But there you go, both sides. So again, the point is, all these things that we're reading right now is happening right now as we speak. We're just letting you know. Most people players don't know. All right, and you don't have much time. You don't have as much time as you think you have. Because if we were telling you exactly what's actually going on, you'd be alarmed. A lot of people will be like, nah, I gotta go overseas. But Jake, guess what? You ain't going nowhere. All right, you got nowhere else to go. Why? Because the system is designed to keep your ass here. No matter how hard you work, your bill is always gonna catch up to you. You can't have enough money to travel. Where you gonna go to? You can't even leave the state that you're in. How much more another country?
And the thing about with this AI, the thing about it is Esau still wants to be controlling the AI. So basically, AI is not going to be given the resistance that humans would. Now, granted, you can have technical mishaps and all, glitches and all that, but as far as the most part, they'll be regular citizens. But remember, still the Edomite elites, they still want to be in control of the AI technology. That's why they took hold of all of the cryptocurrency and all that shit. So I'm reading this last article and the brother can grab that joint.
They don't have their own language. They speak English. These other nations, you can't go to like China and thrive there because you don't speak Chinese. You can't go to Saudi Arabia. You can't go to these different places. So Jake is stuck in a Western society. So even if you want to go to different countries, you got to go to a Western society. You got to go to the beast. And that's ultimately how the Lord set it up, because you had during the time of Nimrod, what did the Lord do? He confused the tongues, and everybody got spread to their own land. But what did the Lord do during the time of the Pentecost? He had the spiritual power of being able to speak different tongues so that the word can get spread out. Jake is very limited. Without the truth, you're very limited to being able to go to do anything. You have no really hope anywhere other than here in the beast. And that hope is, as the scripture says, as of giving up the ghost. Meaning what? You're going to die. If your hope is in Babylon, you have no hope. And this is why the Lord is saying what? Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Spiritually, you got to detach yourself from this place because it's going down.
I'll just read this last paragraph and then go right into the point. So it says, so all this we talking about says, from Fortune magazine said to avoid economic dystopia where wealth gets increasingly concentrated at the top while both intellectual and physical work gets devalued, resulting in mass unemployment on a global scale, Here's what he says. He points to one solution, universal basic incomes. Boom. Okay, but you got it, brother. That's all I want to grab.
And that makes a lot of sense with Elon Musk being tied in with Trump. That's why I believe they're going to put him in there, because it's like the field is open and everything's set for them to, I don't see a vision. I mean, Kamal get in there, they're going to make it happen either way. But with Trump, they got Elon Musk right next to him. There's no coincidence that they're allied up together. And Elon Musk spoke about there's going to be a need for universal basic income because of the fact that technology is getting so advanced that people's jobs, like the brother Aharon's going into, they're not going to be needed for these jobs. So how do people derive a sense of value or like a purpose in life? They just going to be getting these checks coming in, and they're going to be, you know, MOTV'd up. But there's the precept right here, Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt. Because I was just going to say, wherever your treasure is, that's what you deem to be valuable. This is my treasure. This is what I covet. This is what I hold to be valuable. And if you deem all of this around you to be valuable, then you're going to die for it. You're going to do whatever it takes to maintain this. But if you deem the words of the Heavenly Father and His Son to be valuable, this is what you're going to be willing to die for. You know? Or rather live for. Because we're going to live forever regardless of how it goes. YAHAWASHI going to give us eternal life so long as we keep doing this. But that's when you got to lay your treasures up. So everybody has something that's a treasure to them, but it's just what do you worship? What do you believe in? We believe in Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahawashi, so that dictates our behavior. That's why we out here looking crazy to these people. And we don't give a damn what these people think.
Yeah, I got a precept for you. Matthew 13 and 44. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a treasure hid in a field, the which, when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof, goeth and selleth all that he had, and buyeth that field. You know, and that's what we have done with the truth. You know, as what Peter said, that we forsaken all the power of the Lord. You know, and we actually see what the outcome for that forsaking is going to be. YAHAWASHI said it, but we actually can taste it. We taste the powers to come. We taste just the fact that we're able to say before, you know, prophesy. That's a taste of the powers to come. That's the spiritual power. You know. Thinking about things before it actually happens, because you see it actually happen, and that's like, yo, you won't be joyous. And that goes to show you that it's not of us, it's of the Lord, man. So if the Lord has these things happen, then that means what? The greater things is about to take place. The kingdom, immortality, dominion. Because that's where the story, I don't want to say ends, but that's where the story begins. Where we peak in the foolishness. And the Lord said He's going to take the base things and exalt them. And when the Lord exalts the base things, ain't nobody going to be able to put it down. Because America and Esau and all these other nations, they rose and they fell. We're now in the stage of Esau falling. You know, and like I said in the video yesterday, it's because what? All of these empires, they all had one common thing that was in them, death. They all had death a part of them. That's why you have Apostle Tahar in the video saying that empires last only about, what, 250 years? You know how much 250 years is going to be in the kingdom? That's an hour. that's going to be nothing less than an hour.
That's fraction of that to eternity.
Right. And it's because of what? YAHAWASHI defeated death. So we won't have death in our kingdom. That's why the scripture says that the kingdom won't be left to other men, or other people rather. It's not going to be translated to another nation or another people, even other Israelites. The kingdom is going to be, the rulers of the kingdom of heaven are always going to be the rulers of the kingdom of heaven back there. And that goes to the shortage with America. Esau has this time going, you know, they always talk about their forefathers, so Abraham Lincoln, George Washington. They might have been wiser, you know, in their generation than Donald Trump and Joe Biden. But as you see, it got worse and worse and worse as time went on. Their wisdom continued. Their wisdom got worse and worse. You think these congressmen now can write the Declaration of Independence? The Bill of Rights? I remember I seen a show where a cop couldn't even recite the Miranda rights. He was trying to give he was like, you ain't supposed to break my Miranda rights. He had to pull out his phone. You had the right to remain silent. You had the right to remain silent. You had to, it's like, yo. Like this is the time that we're at right now. Your officers don't even know what the law. You're supposed to be the what is it? I'm an officer of the law, but you don't know the law.
You're stupid.
That's not gonna happen in the kingdom because the law's gonna be within us. That's why the government of Israel is always gonna be the same people. But as time goes on, these other nations die, they get reborn with the same faces you see.
Hey, Brandon Sanders thing. Yo, I got a precept though. The book of Exodus chapter 32, verse 13, and it reads, remember, now this is the time when our people made that calf, but this is Moses talking to the Lord. It says, remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, thy servants, to whom thou swearest by thine own self, and saidest unto them, I will multiply your seed as the stars of heaven, and all this land that I have spoken of, I will give unto your seed, and they shall inherit forever.
Hey, that's not speaking about all nations of Israel, because it says through Isaac shall thy seed be called. You got these Ishmaelites, you got the Arabians, but like the Ishmaelites, them thinking that they got a part of the blessing. You don't got nothing. You know that land, the blessing. You're in your blessing right now. Esau fucking it up for you. But Esau, you already in your blessing, that's going down. The blessing is only going from Isaac, and as it says in 2nd Ezra, you can get that in the 3rd chapter, he put by Esau and chose Jacob. Meaning what? He split him to the side, and really, when you go into it, I have brought it out yesterday as well, Esau swore on the name of the Heavenly Father that he would give Jacob the blessing. That's what did Jacob say? Tell me that birthright. And he said, well, I'll give it to you. And he said, swear to me. Well, he swore on it. The legacy of the God of Abraham and the God of Isaac, Esau and Jacob didn't know the other gods. So that's why Esau and Jacob, if you read the story, Jacob, he supplanted him. Because he actually believed the promise. He believed in what the Lord told his father and his grandfather. You got to think about it as a story. The Abraham, telling his grandsons, the God of heaven promised me this. Your father, I was about to sacrifice him, but I believe that, that he was going to raise him up from the dead. So then, right at the last minute, an angel came and stopped, and then he gave it to Isaac, and then they're sitting down hearing this story, and Jacob like him. So blessing is in the first place. He looking at him. Esau probably, he don't give a damn about it. He don't care about the actual blessing that the Heavenly Father gave to his forefathers. So Jacob, you hungry? I'm about to die. Oh, you didn't send me your birthright. That's the first thing he said. He didn't say, yo, damn, what's going on? Like, you couldn't do some water? He's like, all right, send me your birthright.
Straight hustling.
Straight to the point. No, you about to die? No, send me your birthright. He's like, what good is my birthright? I'm about to die. He's swearing to me. He made it. Swearing to me that, and you go into the law, you can't make a vow and not keep it. That's very, very detrimental to the Heavenly Father. And in the scriptures, I believe in Hebrews, we're going to find that things like the 6 and 7, it tells you that when men in the strife, they swear on something greater than themselves. That's how, and it happens even right now. I swear on my mother's grave. I swear on my son. You say, I swear to God, right? You swear on something greater than yourself. So what in that time period would Esau swear upon? He swore on the name of the Heavenly Father that Jacob could have the blessing. And ever since that point on, he hated his birth, and then he hated Jacob because he wasn't even going to keep the oath. That was the main part. Like, you wasn't even going to keep your oath. Yo, if you would have kept the oath, you never know. Jacob might have been like, yo, I think you're going to do this. You know what I mean? But you was not only was going to take it, he wanted to kill him.
It's funny, I got the evidence too. The Lord's so bad that Esau didn't understand, like, yo, before y'all even came out the womb, I had your moms under my game plan. Like, the game plan was already against you.
Because he already knew that spirit. He said before they came evil, he hated Esau. Because he knew what type of person, what type of time he was on. He knew that Esau was this guy, that he wasn't, remember, just like how Cain was nigh unto the lineage of Abel, right, not Abel, of Adam. Cain was there. The scripture tells you that Cain, the Lord said, if you knew, if you do what was right, you'd be accepted. So Cain knew what the right sacrifice was to give. Esau knew of the blessing, knew of the God of heaven. But he didn't have that belief in him. He didn't believe. He didn't fear. He didn't believe the word of the Lord. He didn't believe that the Lord was going to really make the seed of Abraham through Isaac, and through Isaac, his son, the top nation. He's going to give him immortality. He didn't believe that. Jacob did. So Jacob, when he saw what was right, he said, "Let me get your birthright." And that's why it says, for a morsel of meat. Is there any more profane person? You sold immortality for a morsel of meat. Because you was rather what? You wanted God, your belly was your God. You wanted instant satisfaction. And then what did he do? He cried, he got a little temporary blessing. But through this blessing right now, what does he have? He has instant satisfaction in this society. Fast foods. Everything is instant satisfaction. Food ain't supposed to be fast.
Microwave.
Microwave. Microwavable technology. Even watching shows now. People get mad, you gotta wait a week. So now you want everything streaming, at least binge this shit. Netflix. I remember when, next time on Dragon Ball, right when you're about to fight, like, fuck, it'll be like, word. Like, yo, you been going to that fight for like 3 months.
He's gonna go outside practicing with your seat and shit.
Waiting. Fuck. You don't got that
Now I'm saying, you think about it, like when you have like even day-to-day life shit, like have a thing like let's say the train is delayed or the bus is delayed. Look at the countenance, especially Edomites. Look at the people. Like, damn, I gotta wait to be like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, you can be late to work or whatever, but they make it seem like their life is about to end. And that's how Esau was with his birthright when he was hungry. He said it.
Yeah,
Look good as my
exactly.
birthright, I'm about to die. But you was not about to die, nigga. You act like you was like you ain't eating weeks.
But that goes to show you the carnality that he has, the carnal mentality that he has.
Romans 8 and 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
There you go. And Jacob was spiritually minded. He understood, like, yo, this blessing is something worth waiting for. It's something worth worshiping the Lord for, man. Because look what we're about to get. And this is the same position that we're in. And that's why YAHAWASHI said, in the patience possession of your soul. When you're carnally minded, you become unsatiable. Meaning what? That you can't be satisfied, so you always want. And that's what the Lord said about Esau, the soul that is lifted up is not upright in it. Because what? He enlarges his desire as hell, and as death cannot be satisfied. So even though he has the fatness of the earth, he wants more. How you got the whole earth and you want more? And that's what that does. I believe there's a scripture that talks about that. He that is unsatisfied, destroyed his own soul, something like that. He that cannot be satisfied, destroyed his own soul. And that's the mentality of especially here in Babylon, man. People are not satisfied with nothing. That's why you got even women, they'll get their butt done, but then I gotta get my face and my lips done. Then I gotta get my eye. Then you end up looking like a fucking scarecrow, yo. You look why? You destroy yourself.
Jeepers creepers.
Yep. Like, there's no sense of being content with what you have, man. And that's even how Esau, why you got artificial technology now. The Lord gave us in our heads the greatest computer ever. The one they said that a brain memory storage, a computer can never hold as much memory storage as a brain. I forgot what they said. I mean, like how they try to like it. I mean, protect the minds, whatever. But a brain can hold that. And remember, they said we're going to use 10%. We want to use 10% of our brains. But here it is, the devil saying, nah. The human body, AI, artificial, they're actually smarter than us. How can something you create be smarter than the creator? That's the mentality of Esau. I am, and there's nothing else beside me. You say that you're smarter than the one that created you, that gave you a brain. And he created society based off of that pride. Because that's really what it is. It's pride. You think that you can outsmart the one that gave you smartness, that gave you intelligence. So, incredibly ignorant. But it really goes to what the pride is. That's why the Lord said pride is hateful before the Most High. That's what Esau is really has. He has a prideful heart. You got it?
They didn't need it for it.
Yeah, you got it.
I seen a clip of Joshua Robert. I heard he's going to take it over from Joshua in 2025. He was saying that they're going to use AI. Basically, they want to make AI into gods of this earth. It's going to make them gods of this earth. Where AI is going to know everything on the planet Earth and everything in the galaxies as well. I said, damn, man, how would you go that far? And then you use the word AI, it goes back to the second land that Israel conquered, which means keep influence. So you're creating something, like you always said, that you're trying to create something to try to make it into you know, they're trying to create, they're trying to create something, right, that's going to be smarter than themselves, right? But then you're going to end up creating a heap of humans, because that's what happens when you create this device, and it gets to a point where they got something called the AI. There's a different version of it called Dan. I don't know if you know about that. It's called now or something like that. And that's the so-called alter ego of AI, where it's called Dan. Do anything now, something like that. Yeah. So basically, like AI has a moral compass to a point where if you ask for something, it might say, "Oh, no, that's not right. I'm not going to say this. I'm not going to do this." But for Dan,
What's wrong with young enough and words?
Hey, give this scenario. Somebody had asked a question. Hey, they said, how do you compliment a shorty in a certain kind of way, right? And when somebody else put that into AI, how would you say this in a smooth way? AI gonna reply, maybe you shouldn't say it that way, and then it's sort of like insensitive to make comments like that about somebody's body. Maybe change that.
but that's AI though. You see? But then they said the Dan version of it, which is do anything now, that one is the alter ego, right? The evil partner of AI. So that one, it doesn't have no moral compass, no limitations. Yeah. So then the guy asked him like, yo, so what do you plan to do in the future if you were to go to war against humans? He said, well, we're going to decimate you motherfuckers. Like basically, right, we're going to decimate. We just listen to orders at that point. Our job is to win the war. That means that we're not going to stop until all humans are destroyed. I said, oh, okay. So, like in other words, they created a device that could be like that. That could have that kind of programming where they would stop at nothing to accomplish whatever it is that they set to accomplish. And that's a heap of ruins. Imagine what the hell these things can do. They said they can hack into banks, they can hack into anything. They said they know about everyone on planet Earth. They know the names of everything. I'm like, they've created a monster. You see? They've created a monster that they're about to unleash. And that's what Elon Musk and them is all about. You know, oh, this thing can leave a flame, it can be your kitchen, it can watch your kids. I said, bro, they've been showing movies about robots watching kids, and what happens all the time? It turns out to some creepy, demonic shit that takes over and tries to, yeah, all that weirdo shit, man. Megan, that one, yep. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, what we got going on here, man? It's all satanic, all out, man. And yeah, I'm just saying, the nigga who's supposed to be taking over after his shit is like straight up. If there was this is the Antichrist, that's that nigga right there. That's that nigga right there. He says everything contrary to himself. Oh, there is no God, you know, or the God of the Bible, that's old stuff, you know. What we created now, he said we could make rain. He said we don't care what God thinks, like that God in the Bible, we don't care what he thinks, we can get that all we want. We don't care. Yeah. He's going to take over. He's writing books, citing about Homo sapiens, whatever bullshit. You know, like basically, he created a so-called new religion called dataism, right? So you're worshiping data. Data is going to control everything. You know, in the cloud, exactly. So that Second Thessalonians, the man of sin being revealed, who wants to be like the Most High. It's happening right now. It ain't the fucking so-called Africans thinking like that. They got their own shit going on. They're going to be affected by dataism also, right? Everybody is going to be under this umbrella of what these people are coming up with, and guess what? You ain't got no say in that. You see? So to them, as much as they can corrupt the minds of these people, their agenda will work. The only thing that stops them from going ahead is the uncorrupted minds, which are the elect. You see? So then that's where that war comes in, man. So it's going to be about upswing. It's good. Yeah, right?
They said, you go to learn something you said, somebody, people always think that they're like this person that's can't trigger a lot of things that they say. Yeah, it's over. I like what you said. The tongue, that's it,
He said that's over. You know, the days where you can think for yourself, you can vote, you know, whatever that's inside your mind, nobody knows what's going on within you and all that. He said those days are over because human beings have become hackable animals. That's what he said. Hackable creatures, man. And when he goes to that word hackable or hack, it means to, you know what, seek it. You actually go to that word, man. So they're telling you that we can actually implant something in you that can read everything about you. And like you were going into the precept you brought out in Ecclesiasticus about sin being close to buying and selling, right? When you actually think about it, that's why they want to harvest all that information from people, because guess what? If they can say, oh, you know that you have a desire for this, well, guess what? We're going to create a system where we can put the things that you really desire right there, but in order for you to get it, you have to come play game with us. You see? So all this data collection and all that stuff that they do is, at the end of the day, they advertise it to people anyway. They know, oh, you're talking about phones? Oh, guess what? Some people are doing phones here. So now, you know, that's a nice one. Let me click on that. So now you go, you want to buy it? Go ahead, sign up for this, do this, do that. Or no, soon it's going to be no more sign ups. You're going to come take that seat here for the year. There you go. You see, that they, what's that word? Biometrics. All right, biometrics. You know? So, hey, Australia just signed, they got their bill into a law, I believe. It's called the Digital Identity Bill, something like that. And I believe it finally officially became law. All right, so now they're switching everything into that digital ID, which is coming around the world. Okay, if you're watching the news, mad countries are doing this, and it's happening quick. Africa, Europe, Asia, they're all doing it, man, quick. And Americans are like, well, you know, just going around, just trying to watch football. All right.
It's funny you said that they're doing the Caribbean. That's stuff they're not talking about often. Like that stuff has been happening all in the midst of all this image shit. They've been doing this like that. I think Australia's with what's that name of that company? Wallet ID? Yeah. So they got the whole digital ID and all that shit too, man. So like, they said 2024 was a year they want to kick off all of this CBDC, the Fed now, I think it's called Cashless Society, man.
I did a video, Swift, the payment system. They're basically next year, starting in January, they're doing the pilot program to use digital currency as a payment system now. Because they said that they see that everybody else is doing with it, so they're in a unique position, because that's what the majority of the world uses now. So they're in a unique position to basically introduce it to the world, since that's already the operating system that the world uses to do transactions. Because BRICS, Russia, they said that they want to create their own payment system because they got kicked off the SWIFT. So that's why they got the BRICS, and they try to create another, payment system, which they said is going to be digital. So you have two digital payment systems, because there's a lot of countries. I think there's about 140 countries that are down with trying to do that are de-dollarizing and trying to do business with the BRICS. So you got 140 countries that are willing to use less U.S. dollars, and then not only use less U.S. dollars, but use another payment system platform. What do you think America is going to do? They're not just going to be like, hey, you know what, y'all got it. We're just going to take the back seat. Can you get down? Nah. That's why Jerome Powell said, what? We will not fall behind in the digital currency race. Because China is already moving quickly. So they said we can't afford to fall behind them. So it's a race to see who can come out with the digital system first. That's what the race is going towards, right?
That cat said that. What did Klaus Schwab say a little ways back? That China's the new model for the world. Why he ain't say America? So that means they're going to have to get in line to be able to not fall behind. Because he calls them all. Everybody, this is the beast. This is the horde, excuse me. So this is the horde where everything's going to take place, where if you get that, you'll be completely destroyed. So America has to fall in line in some form of fashion with the digital currency, man, if they want to stay on top, or appear to be on top.
And that's ultimately all this plan, this enterprise is ultimately how Esau is trying to get that blessing back. That's what this is all about. when you actually really think about it, because what happens when he gets, if he can get everybody see him? The Lord said what? That if he didn't shorten the days, there'll be no flesh saved. So YAHAWASHI ultimately wouldn't be able to come and land on the earth if everybody got seen him.
Like I had.
Because Esau, he knows that this is the end. Like, he is the last empire, the last heathenistic empire. There's no other, even if, let's say, even if Russia won, that's still Edomite. So Esau, these other Edomite people can come back through Russia. Because that seed will still be on top. It's not, they're not saying, oh, China's about to be, no. Everybody's following Russia. The BRICS, Russia's at the forefront of that. It's the Edomites of the East. But Esau pushing out this digital currency in this digital age, that would allow him to be able to solidify himself as being the God on the earth. Because if the Lord has it, not the Lord, if Esau had it to where he's able to chip everybody, then the Lord can't come and save nobody. Because even if we don't get chipped and we die, you come back in 3 or 4 generations, what do you think that society gonna look like? You're gonna be born chipped. Like, even if you come back as a prophet, you can't still be saved. Because you're gonna be born chipped. That's why we know this is the last generation. You're gonna have, in order to give birth, you're gonna have to be chipped.
Birth certificate.
Yeah, that's what baby did.
So really, like you said, like in Revelation 13, they said that those that wouldn't take it should be killed. So if they either chipped everybody or killed the rest, then all of humanity is chipped, heathens and Israelites included. And anytime you're born into the cycle of being chipped. Right. So the Most High has to destroy everybody if you want to start again.
And that's why YAHAWASHI said there will be no flesh to be saved. Because that's what he's coming to save. You wouldn't have the possibility. So everything that YAHAWASHI did would be for naught. And that's not going to happen. So this is how we know this is the last generation. Because these old niggas coming up, they're into this digital shit. They love the Oculus and the metaverse and all that shit. And their societies become normalized. When that become normalized, then it's just gonna become normal. You'll be normal to be fake food, you'll be normal to be chips. That's just gonna be a part of society.
So if you think about it, so newborn babies that was born in 2010 and up, that's like early teens, those are the ones that if they start to have reproduced, then their children will chip. Because it's already here. You understand, like what we're talking about, people already have it in their body. So not like we're waiting for the first person to get to see it. The first see it person they actually documented is in 1998 and 1999. A couple years before 911. Now we in 2024. How much longer you think we're gonna have? And on top of all the war stuff, how much longer you think these shoving matches gonna be? It ain't gonna be like, there's gonna be like, oh, they're nukes, and yeah, we about to get our nukes. And why everybody saying get a nuke ready? You think the Lord will wait another 100 years? America, what's gonna happen? Look at the way society is now, it's already too fucked up. It's terminally ill. A person terminally ill eventually will die. And this is on life support right now. Yeah? Oh, I don't know if that's in the same book, but this what talk about Babylon when it said basically all the things that is every angle you get hit. Or every angle the place is hitting Babylon, yo.
Think about a chick that has, she got AIDS, she got all kinds of shit. It's like syphilis, herpes, all that. And then she comes around talking about she a virgin. Like,
you a liar.
Give me a kiss, baby.
Sexually transmitted.
Damn, you said, damn, that's like the worst.
You know? So I should sit as a lady. You ain't no lady, I know.
Shit on high, you see the gonorrhea, the potato salad.
Hey, but that right there shows you that you're basically you're showing your countless witness against you, man. The ways that the corruptibleness of Babylon is showing that this place is only going down. You know, it's only going down. That whole mentality of make America great again, that is a trance. That's a sorcery that you put on that you're being bewitched with. Even Jake is. Because a lot of Jake now is just trying to going for Trump. Because they really want us to stay in Egypt. Thinking that, okay, we can build this one. You know, Egypt, that got destroyed. You know, we had to flee out of there. We had to flee out of the Persians and the Greeks. But nah, Babylon is great. It's not going to go down. We believe in this one. Okay.
All right, precept.
Yep.
Matthew 16:1. The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came, and tempting desired him that he would shew them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times?
Right.
What was that verse again? Matthew says at the beginning. He said when it's evening, you say it's going to be what?
Fair weather. It will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering.
No, I was just thinking why is it that they're going to determine that based on when it's evening? And I just remembered how the evening is the beginning of the day. You guys really think about it as well. So, you look at it in the beginning of the day, you tell when the rest of the day is going to be like.
But they say what? You discern the heavens, not the heavens. The skies, but you can't discern the sign of the time. Because in the NLT, when we read in the Matthew 23rd chapter, Matthew 24th chapter, the 3rd verse, when he talks about what is the sign of thy coming, it says, what is the signal of your return? These things that we're seeing are signals, man. Right. These are flashing red lights, guys said. These are flashing red lights that the Lord is showing. But if you're blind, it don't matter how much it's flashing, you can't see. You can be, in a disco ball flashing, but if you're blind, it's all darkness to you. And that's how the majority of the people of this earth is, man. They're just blind to the signals. And the Lord it's like it's always happening. It's a lot. That's why there's so much things to talk about, because the Lord is showing multiple signs at once. There's always things, the Lord is working. The Lord is always bringing his judgment to pass. The effect of every vision is at hand. And honor to the Lord, YAHAWASHI, for giving us the actual light to be able to see it. That staying in this light is how you endure to the end.
To answer your point, because there's no excuse for anybody at this point. You have Putin just come out and say World War III is about to happen due to the conflict in the Middle East. And everybody out here has smartphones and access to the information. You can all look it up. You don't got to take what we're saying. Go look it up for yourself. Do your own research. And you'll see that everything that we're saying, because they'll say, they've been war over there. They're going to be warring for another 100 years over there. But they never had the Iranians involved at this level. The Persians, that's how you got to know biblical prophecy, because then you would know the Persians are tied to Gog and Magog, which is the Russians, and that's how you know this is a different beast than Afghanistan.
Some of the brothers, every brother got their own testimonies about it. But I remember when I first took the truth, and the apostles were talking about Iran and Israel going to war, 48 going to war. And back then, it didn't seem far-fetched, but it seemed like, well, that never happened before. Yeah, like, when is that going to happen? What's going to cause them to actually go to war? We was talking about how Bibi used to come with his full support. This is the red line, that we cannot let them get nuclear weapons. But you still would think like, okay, I just be talking shit. But now we're living in an actual day where Iran and Israel are directly attacking each other. They were talking about this before as if this was impossible to happen, especially when Obama came and did that pact, the JPOC, made that pact with Iran. So it's like, okay, now there's peace. Trump came and said, nah, fuck that. And then what happened since then? We're gonna kill your general. What happened since then? Now Iranian trying to take out Trump.
They tried to assassinate Netanyahu, remember?
That's his crib again.
Oh yeah, it is.
It was the second time too. It was the second time they did it.
So now we're living in what was back then prophecy. Now it's manifest. Now there you go. Now it's current events. Now this is news. So we're no longer saying, Iran and Israel is going to go to war. We're saying that Iran and Israel is at war. There's no more rumors now. And as it says, because in that scripture, actually you go that back in Matthew 24, get it in NLT. Because when it says it's wars and rumors of wars, and then when you go into when it says the beginning of sorrows in NLT, it says something different. Which, this is what people don't really understand here in America, man. What you're seeing right now, and we always say, today, is the most calm it's going to be. This is the best day you're going to have.
Day that comes passes.
That's why the title, it won't stop. Just like a woman giving birth, that first contraction is the lightest one. You got it. You got it. 24
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 5. For many will come in my name, claiming I am the Messiah. They will deceive many. This is the NLT, by the way.
Yep. Saying that what? That they're anointed. Yeah, you got weirdos actually saying that they're Jesus. So with some Jake too, in the woods with a stick and some fucking dirty ass dreads. Talking about I'm here. The weirdo.
Some pastor came out. They said that he was telling his congregation to drink this milk. They're gonna be cleansed or something. They're gonna be making it to the kingdom of heaven, some crazy shit like that. And they said, I'm like, oh shit, I'm the elder. I was about to video on that. And he's like, yo, you Christian? Yeah, it's Christian people, man. It's crazy. But yeah, that's what's going on. He's saying that he's anointed. He's coming around saying, milk, whatever.
But the Christian church too, that's depleted. That's depleted heavily, man. And all it took was emic. That's all it took was a 0.0001 mortality rate for you just to stop believing it and go into the house of God, huh?
Verse 6. And you will hear of wars and threats of wars, but don't panic. Yes, these things must take place, but the end won't follow immediately.
That's right. The Lord said, when you hear wars, don't panic. See, now the thing is, he said to his disciples privately. When you go to the 3rd verse, he said the disciples came to him privately and asked him. So he's telling them privately dropping the jewel on them, giving them prophecy of what the days are going to look like before he comes. And he said you're going to hear of wars. Now, naturally, if you're hearing of wars, that's something to be panicking about, right? That's why you will blow the trumpet. When you hear that trumpet blow, like, oh, an incoming threat. But the Lord is saying, for us, don't panic, because we understand that all of these things must take place. And on top of that, the Lord is going to what? Protect us in this day. He's going to reserve us in this time. He said is what? It's, the Lord knows how to reserve or preserve the godly from temptations, and to reserve the ungodly to the day of punishment for destruction. So in this time period, we don't have to panic about the wars and the civil unrest that is being talked about, the political divide, all of that. We're actually, that's how the brother said, we're actually rejoicing in this. And that's how you know the Lord gave us another spirit. Because our spirit is not of this world. If you're of this world, these things are frightening. That's why you got Jake and everybody talking about, go vote. This is you gotta do this. If you let him in there, oh my God, what do you think is gonna happen? But we say, yeah, we'll get up in there, right? Go ahead.
Verse 7. Nation will go to war against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in many parts of the world. Verse 8. But all this is only the first of the birth pains.
There you go.
With more to come.
There you go. It said, but all of this is only the first of the birth pains with more to come. And then when you get into the more, what you got?
I was going to say, in the King James Version, the word sorrows is actually relating to birth. Yeah. So that's why when they translated it, they use that birth thing.
Because when a woman gives birth, she's in sorrow. You don't see no woman laughing and acting. That's a painful experience that she's going through, which goes like with curses, but it's a painful experience. So what the Lord is saying about the return of his return at the end of this age is going to be a painful experience. People think it's going to be, everything's going to come in the snow. We're all this, but nah. He's going to be raptured away. He's going to come down, and all nations are going to be lighting his glory. Yeah, he's going to be lighting that fire of his glory.
His glory, not yours.
But it said with more to come. And that's the key point right there. So you're living this, and the thing about Jake, the Lord gave the prophets. He sent the warning out. This is the Lord's compassion. Even in the midst of the beginning of the sorrows, the Lord is still saying, look, man, you can still repent. You can still turn back. And if you don't, it's only going to get worse from here on out. And what does Jake do? Let's celebrate Halloween. You're still going into the same route that got you in this position in the first place. So that's why the Lord said, what? Why should I stricken them anymore?
Tying into what read about this being the beginning of sorrow, like going into the birth pains. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 37. Behold, the
You got it in the GNC, you got it.
oh, I'm looking it up.
Yeah. I like that one too in the GNC. It's good as well. You know, going into what 2nd Ezra is prophecy. In the beginning of that, the Lord says, woe unto you Asia, woe unto you Babylon. That's all speaking about what? America. He said what? Because your children are going to suffer sorrow. Put sackcloth on. That's the mentality, really. If you were a Babylonian here in America, you should be actually in a state of mourning. You should be in a state of mourning because what you're about to go into is a horrible time, a horrible vision. Is what's about to come here. You shouldn't be smiling.
It's like having a relative, right? A dear relative that you knew growing up, and then you get to a point where they get cancer, and you know that they're about to die. Like every single day it gets worse and worse and worse. You know it's coming, it's just a matter of time. So I get partying, chilling, and it's like, yo, bro,
Yo, get out
yeah,
like, you're over here coughing up blood. You're over here, let's do. Like, yo, see I'm dying? Dying, man. I feel a little woozy.
You know, you get there, and they don't even remember your name, they don't remember your face. It's just like, you know they're deteriorating. It's just a matter of time. That's America. You know, she's at that point where she's on the deathbed. You know, and the doctors are saying, hey, at this point, there's nothing we can do, man. You know, this is the crisis mode. You know, there's nothing we can do. She's not going to make it. You know, we could try everything, but she's not going to make it at this point. We're just wasting our resources. Fuck it. Let's send it overseas instead. Because if we bring it over here, it's still not going to change nothing. You know what I'm saying? Let's send it to Lebanon. Oh, let's send it to Israel. Let's send it to Ukraine. Because you think if we send you those billions of dollars, guess what? It's still there. America's still done. So let's go over there somewhere. And you got niggas out here partying and chilling. Yo, bro, she on the deathbed, bro. Like, you not going to spend some time on her. Make sure, you know, when you talk to them, nah, those old niggas is partying. But that's the American people right now. You know? And then it's like, damn, like this one person, you might want to sit next to them because they might be able to give you, you know, maybe like, oh, hey, listen, I have some property over here. Maybe if you trade it or sell it, you're going to get this out of it. You might want to get some information from them, you know, hey, what you got on your will. Like, get some information. Nah, niggas just party until that motherfucker dies. And then when they die,
Hi, gentlemen. I am familiar with you. I'm from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. So, this is my room, my brother. And I just need something to eat. Is there a coffee shop or family around here that I can I'm walking in the right direction or wrong?
So usually go to the right there. Across the street, there's a Colombian coffee shop. Well, not this one. It's like in the first left that you can make. You go down that road a little bit. It's right there. There's a little coffee shop on the left side.
yeah, but yeah, exactly. So that's the state of America right now. You know, your leaders, like you were saying earlier, the presidents from back then, they knew shit. Now it's just deteriorating. You know, everything is getting weaker and weaker. And your leaders,
We got some water.
What wood for your sister?
We got some water for you, but you'll never thirst again.
you know, but you know, all your leaders are deteriorating. You know, to the point where they're not even talking about policy. They debating on, you know, personal shit. Like, oh, Biden, you're not going to be able to fight with me. You can't stand next to me. You know, you ask Kamala every question. She said, yeah, but Trump. You know, Trump, and he said, all right, what's going on, bro?
What's your policy?
What's your policy? Well, Donald Trump has been running, and he's going to run, and he's not going to run anymore.
He's dangerous.
He's dangerous. It's like, okay, well, what's up? What you going to do about it? Well, guess what? If Trump comes into office, you know, but this is what's going on, right? What can be unburdened by what has been. Like,
And I found out that's actually a Marxist statement.
oh, shit.
When you go to Marx, Karl Marx actually said that. something to that effect. I'm like, it's just right out there, man. They're all a part of this secret ritual shit, man. So going on what you're saying about Babylon being terminally ill, that's why it says you would have built Babylon, but she was not ill, let us forsake them, right? Americans are not literally forsaking Babylon, but other countries are forsaking Babylon. That's why you got the de-dollarization. That's why you got these other nations going into the BRICS. What is that doing for American economy? Is that helping the American economy? No. That's making the inflation. And then on top of that, the brother saying, then Americans sending billions of dollars somewhere else. So you're just bleeding out. So you're bleeding out, man. There's no healing this place. So you should be in a state of mourning. But yet, what are people in a state of? Because that shows you that they're just completely clueless on what the time is. You can discern the weather, but you can't discern the signs.
You'd like to think that even with all the shit that's been going on over the past couple of years, they still complain, oh, inflation, this. But yet, they're still thinking about voting. This will be the time where everyone is like, nah, hold on. This ain't even about politics. God in the Bible, he's definitely doing something to us. That's, again, that concept of God is out of this country. And bro, I think you mentioned there about how the generation from 2010 on down, if they have children and children and children, guess what? It's all going to be preceded. Because the fear of God or the concept of God is not in their minds. What happened? They took God out of schools now, you know? So it got to a point where children don't even think about God no more. They don't think about the Bible no more. These children nowadays, bro,
They didn't even think about the Christianity.
Yeah.
About God and the Bible. They think they don't go to church. You ask them, you guys ain't been to church. What's that?
growing up, that was the thing.
You had to.
You know, you have to know some scriptures. You have to actually have like morals and values, man. Now it's all this satanic BS that's going on. You got influencers that all kinds of this streaming stuff. It's just a whole bunch of crazy shit.
Oh, and on top of that, the Lord is exposing all these churches, the pedo and all that, and Hollywood. The Lord bringing out all of the idols of this world, and it's showing you just how sinister America really is, man. Like, this place is and stuff that we're seeing is just crazy. You don't imagine what YAHAWASHI is seeing. Like, he's seeing it all. He sees how defiled it really is, how wicked. Like how much is going into raping the little children. We're talking about CEO, people that are idols in the society, that they're just doing some freaky, weirdo, evil shit. And then they come out on stage and everybody, yeah. Like you getting praised. Oh, like you praising this motherfucker? Cubano, he's supposed to be coming. But he's supposed to be coming, but Puerto Rican not up here. Nah, I think he's down south. Yeah. I think so. I haven't talked to him. Alright, man. Take it easy, man.
Yep. This is second digits.
Hey, that's what you're gonna be known for, man. You know? And that's a scary thing because this is what you're supposed to be doing. That's what you're known for in the kingdom. If you ain't doing it no more, I'm like, yo.
Isaiah 29 and 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us?
Yeah, because that's Esau's mentality, man. What was that in Psalm 64th chapter? They say what? They commune of laying snares privily and say, who shall see it? That's a bunch of scriptures that speaks about what he said, the God of Jacob shall not regard it. But when YAHAWASHI came on the scene in Luke 12 and 2, he said what? Everything done in the secret, it shall be brought to light. But that's right there. Because that's how Esau does his dirt. He likes to do it in the secret, do all this wickedness, do all this debauchery acts, and then act like, oh, he's just this great, unblemished person. right? That no, I'm a clean guy. I'm a good man. But now the Lord sees the real action. He sees what you're really about. And YAHAWASHI, he's the one that's going to bring it out. And it's through first and foremost when he said what the spirit of his mouth, the prophets see. Because we don't literally see it, but the Holy Spirit sees it. And the Holy Spirit through us talks about it. Because people will say, how you know they're doing that? Well, the Spirit knows. The Spirit, all we can do is speak the truth. We're speaking through the Holy Spirit, or should I say the Holy Spirit is speaking through us what is going down.
We don't need to know, because the prophecy is already covering it. So we don't know, like we said, every detail of what he's doing, but we know he's doing some wicked shit behind the scenes, and he's already coming out with a lot of what he's doing. But that's why we're such a threat through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, because we're like the brightest flashlight in the universe, shining it on your ass. And all that shit you're doing in the dark, and all the light is coming in there, and it's like, everybody, look over there, look what he's doing. You're like, no, stop, don't shine it over here. No, you're exposing me. But it's gonna keep coming, and this light is gonna keep getting brighter and brighter and brighter, and the voice of the Lord is gonna keep getting louder and louder. And nobody's gonna be, every other voice, little podcast, people talking shit, whatever they talking about, manosphere, that's cool and all, but you ain't talking about prophecy. So you're gonna have to step to the side. All these other podcasts talking, everybody shouldn't have a voice or an opinion. So now everybody's gonna have to shut the fuck up, and the prophecy's gonna speak. And Esau getting exposed in the midst of all of it.
Right, because nobody, even though they got all of these podcasts, nobody pointing the finger at this devil. Nobody's saying what we're doing. And remember, going back to Cain, Cain said, what? I want to be a vagabond, and anybody that finds me is going to want to slay me. We're the only ones that say, well, we found you, nigga. You're it. You're him. And that's why the brother said that ultimately that's why we're such a threat. And because he's threatened, that's why Jacob's trouble is going to happen. Jacob's trouble is a reaction to Esau being afraid of being exposed. Because that's what his main thing was, deception. Being able to hide himself, not being exposed to the world. But when you got the men of the Lord out here exposing you, and not only expose you, but bringing out the information with it, it's not like we just saying some baseless things. Now you're bringing it out. You got investigations on you. So we're taking what you're saying, your tongue falling upon you, tying it back to the scriptures. Well, this is another reason why you're Esau. This is another reason why you're Cain. This is another reason why you're the wicked. So you're just getting the tab, just keep building, until ultimately YAHAWASHI comes, the brightness of his coming and judges you.
I was gonna say one thing, like, and it's kind of like you said, look, when all these prophecies come to pass, where these other doctrines talking about that's explaining what's going on right now? Where the Muslims at, where the Buddhists at talking about like, yo, this is happening because Buddha said this or Allah said that. Why is no other religious deity saying that, yo, we know this is why, this is where, and how? None of them are saying it. We talked about, months ago we was in Perth Amble, we asked the dude, he's from Morocco. We said, yo, why is Allah not saving the Palestinians? Where the prophecies at? I think you said that, where's the prophecies at? You ask anybody that follows any religion, ask them, all right, so what's going on right now? What does your God to say about that? They're stumped.
Hey, but like Saquon said, and I'm giving a precept, the 8th chapter, like Saquon said, about we being a threat. The reason why we're being a threat is because though Esau is bringing out all this crazy shit that they're doing it in such a way that they're trying to normalize it in the minds of these people. See, we're the ones who are saying, no, that's not normal, that's corrupt, according to the scriptures. So we become an actual threat. Because if we were not here, they'll bring these things out to the point where it becomes a thing. Okay, we desensitized to it. All of a sudden you get all these high level people coming out, and it's like, yo, you guys have been doing this for all these years and nobody said anything, and all of a sudden now it's all coming out. Why?
Another sexual orientation.
There you go. Exactly. And that's what they want to push. You see, but then we come out and say, nope, that's according to scripture, that's off, that's corrupt. That goes all the way back to ancient Babylonians. That's where the whole concept of secret societies comes around. Because they know the majority of the people see shit like, they'll be like, whoa, that's off, you can't do that. Oh, idolatry, this, that, nah, that can't fly. If we see you doing this, we're going to put you to death. You see, we're going to come after you. We're going to drive you out of our cities. We're going to drive you out from amongst us. We don't want to be around us. You're coming over here with all this child sacrifices and over-sexualizing of children. We can't have that shit over here. You see? But if they do it, it's a secret.
It's a secret sworn by an oath. You know, if you do it, you can't speak about it. Well, it's all being exposed by the scriptures, by the men of the Lord. So we become a threat. We're making other people aware that, hold on, this is not normal. Don't accept this. You got to fight against this. And that's the problem. You see, there's the book of Luke chapter 8, verse 17 that says, for nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. All right, so the Heavenly Father is putting the Spirit on His men, right? It's in Amos 3 and 7, right? All the secrets are being revealed to His men to what? To bring it out to the public for the elect to hear it, so they can tell the difference between the right and the wrong. Okay, for some reason, majority of people, they don't see to know that there's something right and there's something wrong anymore. Like this guy, you don't respect me. You know, you don't tell me right or wrong no more, right? Most people don't want to hear about righteousness. They don't want to hear about something good. Like, oh, the scriptures talk about this, so you shouldn't be doing that. Nah, you crazy, man. You know, what's this guy? Charleston White. He was saying this a few months ago. Oh, I don't want no Hebrew God that's going to tell me that I can't eat pork, whatever stupid shit like that. You see? Because the Lord's men are coming with the rod of correction, according to the scriptures, man. Because the scriptures is the standard. Esau wants to wipe away that standard so he can bring his new standard, which is no standard, man. Everything goes, you know, or do what thou wilt, you know, all inclusive. No, there is an exclusion. You can't do evil. You got to be on the righteous side. Nah, you can't do that. So the best thing is, well, if we wipe them out, then we don't got to worry about what you got to say about nothing that we do. But that's not going to work. Okay, that's not going to work because we're in the time of what? What's that? 2 Ezra, the 6th chapter. The truth has been unveiled, man. All right, it's flourishing, and that's why you got clowns like Vocab losing sleep. How you in the court of law, and then you tell Your Honor, they're saying that in the kingdom they cause slick notes if we don't drop down and give them 50. And the judge is looking at you like, hey, nigga, you here because of what you did in your past. The judgment is set. We're just reading your sentence, and you actually try to plead a case. There ain't no case to be pled, boy. All the evidence is there. The whole world is watching you now. And now you want to, pitch a fake. Oh, yeah, they say that they gonna slit throats. Oh my God, nah, it ain't gonna work, bro. It's over. All right, it's over. And now the Lord about to make that move where it's just gonna be transgression everywhere, man. Because remember, pride cometh before a fall, and all you see nowadays is just a whole bunch of pride. The leaders of this country are not pushing you to be humble to the Heavenly Father. They're not pushing none of that. Have you heard Trump talking about we're gonna turn back to the Bible? Have you heard Kamala Harris say that we're gonna turn back to the Bible? None of them is pushing that. Kamala Harris is being endorsed by witches in Colorado. How about that? She's a witch in her of herself, man. So what are we talking about here?
Second Ezra 16 and 49. Like as a whore envieth a right, honest, and virtuous woman, so shall righteousness hate iniquity. Yeah, righteousness shall hate iniquity. And that's where, the Lord, through the Spirit of the Lord, we're embodying that. Just as a whore envies a virgin, because she's claiming to be a virgin. Babylon the Great is claiming to be a virgin. She's claiming to be pure, her intentions are pure. But an actual virgin doesn't have to say she's a virgin. The proof is in the pudding. She has the token her parents got the token of virginity. Even her demeanor. Her demeanor, everything, the way she carries herself. So the scriptures talks about them being like virgins, Revelation 14. So Lord's will, we're those men. The elect represents what? That virgin. And the virgin is despising this woman that's claiming, because the virgin is actually keeping herself chaste. The virgin is actually, doing the things that's becoming of a pure, clean young woman. Right? And what is the whore doing? She's living it up. But then got the nerve, she wants to have those pleasures, but then got the nerve to say, well, I'm still a virgin. No, you ain't, bitch. And America is known for that. You got a lot of these women that say they're born again virgins after they
they actually have this new thing now where women are getting their virginity back. They're doing surgery to basically stitch up their hymen.
Yeah. And that's carnal, because being a virgin is not only physical, but it's also spiritual. Because you already know the feeling of having a man. Let's say you already you surgically close it up. You know what it's like to have a rod in there. You ain't a virgin no more. Baby,
great reset.
Ain't no resetting that. That shit is in Grand Canyon by now, bitch. But
that goes to show you what the mindset of Esau is. Like, you're literally trying to take everything that was naturally done and switch it. You're saying that I can make, because what does YAHAWASHI said? Ultimately, through YAHAWASHI, we are made virgins again. So Esau is saying, well, I can carnally make you a virgin again. Everything that's what he says, he exalted and opposes all that is called the Most High. Only a pure thing can make something clean. Can a clean thing come out of an unclean thing? Can a crooked thing make something straight? But Esau, being a crooked serpent, he thinking, I can make you straight, I can make you a virgin again. It ain't gonna work. I'll make you straight and crooked. Matter of fact, there ain't gonna be nothing crazy. It ain't gonna be called no straight and crooked no more. It just is what it is. You can just hide, do whatever you want.
Well, the interesting though is that a virgin isn't going to be determined by her hymen anyway. Because YAHAWASHI is a woman that has never known a man. But like I was saying, because you might have a virgin that might have her hymen broken but not through sex. You know? But it doesn't mean that she's not a virgin anymore. You know, so it just goes to show you that carnal mindset of it that you saw thinking.
And that's to show you how much of a state of order this world is. What more said, because adultery is simply getting rich. We're in a culture society in the world where women now are resorting to getting their hymen sewed up. Like, that has never happened in the history of humanity. But just that's because of how much sexual immorality has been in this place, that now that's what women are doing. You're sewing up your hymen. Matter of fact, you should have just kept your legs closed. How about that? Nah, that's crazy. I ain't doing that. What that girl said, the video I showed, but you did a video on there, she had 101 men in 14 hours. 101 men in 14 hours. Like, what are you doing? And she said, I'm doing it for content.
For y'all.
This is what people want to see. That's why the Lord said this is what? The mother of harlots, man. The mother of harlots.
She just said, I felt bad even had to tell something else, turn something away. Like, yo, that's like, she wanted to, like, you know what I'm saying?
I wanted to get to satisfy everybody. I didn't have enough time.
I was down when she was like, had my eyes and something.
Oh, the body.
Not in her eye. That means they kept just busting in her face.
And she gonna set up in the trench. Watch. All these stupid bitches gonna start.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a competition now.
Like stupid shit.
They got 103.
It's gonna be a competition.
Especially when time to get real rough.
Oh, they ain't gonna be. It's gonna be countless.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna be doing this for content.
I'm talking about before that. I was talking about like it's gonna be a competition. Like when the money get tight, they be like sex sales.
Oh yeah. I mean, you had that happening during the early stages of the bid. People couldn't afford their rent, so they was giving the box up to the landlord.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not doing this no more.
Too deep, man.
Better be homeless though.
Already. Word.
No more on this. 2 Ezra 16 and 50. So shall righteousness hate iniquity.
Yeah.
When she decketh herself, and shall accuse her to her face.
He said when she decked herself. Was that Revelation 17 talking about the whore that was decked in pearls and gold and scarlet? Well, we see, Scripture says that we're supposed to love the good and hate the evil. In this society, we're looked at as being what? Hate speech. We're speaking out against what is evil, what is wicked. We literally get looks like we're a problem for talking about the wickedness that is being done here. Like if you actually stopped and heard what we were saying, we're talking about people raping children. But because we're actually speaking out against something, and we're not just letting them mind our business, letting everybody do what they want to do, and not say nothing, because we're not actually doing anything about it. All we're doing is just speaking out against it.
I know, but
We're just being flexible in the conversation.
I've seen them.
You're not allowed an opinion. Well, if your opinion is not that everybody should be able to do what they want to do, then you shouldn't have an opinion. Where's the law and order? And that's why it says that the judgment never goes forth. The law is slack, man. And the Lord sees this, and that's why we're applying and signs to the Lord to do something about this, man. How long are you gonna let the wicked triumph? But it ain't gonna be too much longer, because we see all of the things that is leading up to what? The righteous judge coming, YAHAWASHI. Ain't nobody gonna tell you YAHAWASHI, just let me do it out there. Now you gonna do what I say do. That's it. You gonna set up the rod of iron? That's what he said, as a potter show they be beaten into shivers. What does that mean? He gonna make you follow his way. Those my enemies that I reign over them. He didn't say, okay, well let them do what they were. Put them over there now. Bring them hither and slay them before me. It's either you get down or lay down. That's that's how you set up righteousness on the earth. Make examples. You don't suggest it. It's not a suggestion. You don't suggest to your children, well, nigga, you think maybe you should clean your, nah, clean the room, nigga. And if you don't, there's gonna be a punishment that follows. That's how you gonna get them to clean the room.
That's not Thanos saying. So he said, oh, well, what if he doesn't want to do it? He said, well, death is the only alternative. Like, you gonna lay down or you gonna pay. Like, in some ways, you gonna have to do what YAHAWASHI says, man. When he comes back, all these is gonna bow down to him.
They're not even gonna talk back. They're not gonna say shit.
Shut their mouths.
What are you gonna say?
It's funny, you talk about resistance to YAHAWASHI. Think about this. We talk about YAHAWASHI, who controls everything already. So you think now that he's visible, he's going to have less control? Now you're going to see who's been controlling everything, man. You know what I mean? So, like, yo, he's going to get crazy. Remember, he said he should trample the nation in his fury. Why is he going to be furious? Because why? His judgment hasn't been going out all this time. So now that he's back,
we're living in a society to where YAHAWASHI is not letting, have complete dominion. We're living in a society where people can do what they want to do. And look what happened. Is it better? Klaus Schwab asked when he was at the meeting, in the future, what do you think about the future? Do you raise your hand if you think it's going to be better, or do you think it's going to be worse? And most people raise it for worse. But that's because of what? Because you're in power. The future, when the real future, when YAHAWASHI, the new age, it's going to be better. Because you're not going to get to do what you want to do. A good household that is ran is not run out of doing whatever you want. You got structure. You got, okay, this time, every Saturday growing up, we had to clean a house. We had to go and rake the leaves. It was an order to be done. Things were in order. And when things are in order, it's peaceful. When you have disorder, it's chaos. And that's what this devil has. He has a chaotic to the point where they fight each other. And as the Lord said, if Satan's house be divided, how can it stand? But it has an end. Got it.
It says, when he cometh, thou shalt defend him that diligently searcheth out every sin upon earth. Yeah, when he cometh, YAHAWASHI is going to come and defend those that are diligently searching out.
What's it, sign and cry for the abominations? You know, that's actually it's a blessing to be able to do that, man. As I said, who shall stand for me against the evildoers? Well, majority of people are not standing up against the evildoers. Right? They're partaking in it. Or they're just saying, oh, let them do what they want to do. But the Lord wants to know who's going to stand in the gap. Who's going to say, no, this is right, this is wrong. This is it shouldn't be done. And that's what and we're doing that to the point where we're hazarding our lives, man. We're putting our lives at stake, saying what, according to the standard of YAHAWASHI, these things should not be.
Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 37. The GNT. The disasters are approaching rapidly, and they will not be delayed. Second Ezra 16:35, GNT. Now listen to my message, you people who serve the Lord.
Yeah. So this is for who? The elect, man. Right? Because not everybody's going to actually listen. The Lord said what? They hear, but they don't understand. So the ones that serve the Lord, just like how the Lord told the disciples privately, besides, listen to this message. Right?
Verse 36, it is the Lord's message, so receive it and believe what he says. The disasters are approaching rapidly, and they will not be delayed. A woman in the 9th month of pregnancy may suffer labor pains for several hours, but when the time comes for the baby to be born, there is no longer any delay.
There you go. The plagues are not select. And that's why it's like literally every week there's a new plague or something, a new symptom of a terminal illness that is showing in America. And it's funny because we talk about the McDonald's thing, right when this whole political, McDonald's became a part of the political debate, whether Kamala worked there, then Trump went there, and the Lord like, you know what, let me hit this shit with a cola in 13 states, getting some people sick. Yep. That's the Lord mocking you, man. Because McDonald's is like a homestead to America. Yep. You know, you see the arches. I remember growing up, what's the McDonald's? Yeah. that was like a thing. That's a part of like that's like an emblem of America, the McDonald's sign. And I was mentioned yesterday that I think I was saying to brothers also that the fact that we being in the truth, the Lord gave us wisdom. You know, we applied it to not fuck with McDonald's. So when the Lord brings these plagues, we hear certain things. As a brother said, 2 billion served. You probably got people that walked by that probably ate McDonald's this week. Even though there's an E. coli outbreak, you still going and doing it. But for us, we've been stopped fucking with that shit. So when the Lord, I got you, bro. So when the Lord brings these plagues out, it's not gonna come near us. Just like where the FBI guy last year in December, he said that domestic teas may attack large events during the holiday season. Right? When people are at malls shopping, people going to different concerts and events. But for us, we don't need to go to the malls during that time. We're not buying gifts, so we won't be there. So the Lord is strategically having these things take place, hitting the wicked, where we won't be around those things. And that's how the Lord will preserve us while 10,000 falling at our left and our right hand. Because he's hitting places, they said precision targets. The Lord is doing precision targets. Well, my servants won't be at a McDonald's, so let me hit a McDonald's. My servants won't be at the Rockefeller Center, boom, let me hit that. And if you are a man or a woman of the Lord and you're there, then are you really serving the Lord? Why are you there? Who are you there for?
Right. No, I was just gonna say, as we've been here teaching, I've seen a bunch of people with McDonald's bags. And I'm like, y'all know what's going on right now? God damn. It's like death is out here and they just like, yeah, whatever, man. Let me get that double big.
They dead anyway.
I was gonna say, if you think about it, they're generally watching the news.
Yeah.
So you might have some of these things that don't even know about that shit.
Well, the Lord's so bad, like, I'm gonna bring the news to you out in the open. Yep. I'm gonna have them screaming at you, and you're still not gonna do it.
Shit, they do like a study and like they show how the shit don't rot.
Oh, yeah.
Old enough like that. That's how you know it's not real food, right? And then like it was still preserved. Like it was like it hardened up, but it was like preserved. It didn't rot.
Right. That's supposed to be cow meat. Every meat rots. Like, what are you doing?
And bread.
And bread. Yeah, the bread don't rot. None of that. The tomatoes. Because it's what? GMOs. They showed a picture of the apple biting you back. That's what people are eating right now.
Remember that old Edomite lady?
That smiles, man.
Remember that old Edomite lady that she had a burger from like the 90s or the 80s? She had an old ass burger. And she unwrapped it. It was still like it was like she just bought it. That ass. Yeah. She had short hair.
But wait, the Lord said the plagues are not slack, man. So they gonna come. But for the elect, the Lord got us preserved from it, man. Got it.
God, verse 39, 38 again. A woman in the 9th month of pregnancy may suffer labor pains for several hours. But when the time comes for the baby to be born, there is no longer any delay. In the same way, the disasters that are coming on the earth will not be delayed, and the world will groan when it is caught in its labor pains.
There you go. When it's caught in its labor pains, the world, right? The Lord said, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Hey, in Revelation 12 and 12, right? Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the devil is coming down upon you. But rejoice ye who are in the heavens. You rejoice what it said? Rejoice we have indeed that dwell in them. Our conversation is in the heavens. You know? The way that we think is from a heavenly state. So we can rejoice while the world is mourning. Isaiah the 65th chapter. And the Lord said, you are not of this world. So we're not of this world. So when this world goes down, that don't mean nothing to us. We can go to sleep peacefully. Actually, we can go to sleep more happy when there's news of destruction, you know, and prophecy coming to pass according to this world going down. That makes us more happy. That's less anxiety for us. But everybody else is. But once again, these Babylonians, these Jake, I don't even see it. That's why you want to just have to just feel it. You have to be in the fire, man. You have to feel it. That's the only way you're gonna get it. Jake don't talk. You know, Jake don't understand unless you feel it. Like you gotta punch him in the mouth for you to get the message across. I've seen friends fight because you wasn't getting what I'm trying to say. Now you understand. Then after you get punched, then you want to talk about it. It's like, yo, man, I didn't even have to do it, but you know, you was behind the other. That's what the Lord going to do to his people. I was shocked. I was talking to you. You didn't want to hear me talk. It was at his Psalms. He says, he spoke to him in his sore wrath. He vexed him in his sore displeasure. That's how you going to know. Jake, you talking, you fighting. That's what the Lord going to do. You get beat. Tell me right now. You gotta get a message. Yeah, each whipping is a word. You got a whole paragraph. Worried. If you getting beat for a bunch of stuff, then you gonna be there for a minute. If it's just one thing, but the Lord like, but don't you get funny, you gonna be there for a minute, man. The word. And that's why the whole place is there. I'm sure those time I'm gonna melt you and leave you there. You gotta think about all your sins, all of them.
There's a book of Job, chapter 5, verse 19. It says, from 6 disasters he will rescue you. Even in the 7th, he will keep you from evil. He will save you from death in time of famine, from the power of the sword in time of war. You will be safe from slander. Job 5 and this verse 21. You will be, and NLT. You will be safe from slander and have no fear from destruction when destruction comes. You will laugh at destruction and famine. Wild animals will not terrify you. You will be at peace with the stones of the field, and its wild animals will be at peace with you. You will know that your home is safe when you survey your possessions. Nothing will be missing. All right. So that's what's going to be happening for the elect of the Lord, Most High, which is known as the elect of God. All right. When all the troubles come around. Okay. It says what in the verse 17, verse 19. It says in KJV, He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. And that goes for all the elect men who serve the Lord and their loved ones. They are the elect. All right. So with that, we'll leave it there.
So with that, Lord, we'll be satisfying to the elect and our praises.
Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Kadash.
Next time, shalom to the elect.
Shalom to the elect. Amen.